All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93
Oh my God, I never want to see those people again.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Welcome to the Don't Care Zone. The center of the Don't Care universe.
Kind of surprised we all made it in.
I don't care. With next week off, that makes today our ultimate F-off day.
So you're saying we've got the need for absolutely no speed whatsoever.
Nothing.
It's just a sloth's pace today, no effort.
Jay Cutler is the vibe. And I couldn't be happier about all that. We've given enough, Cubby.
What more do you want?
Next week is Thanksgiving, followed by Brown Friday. You know any plumbers, Josh?
I just got a text from one yesterday.
Are they rolling up their sleeves and preparing themselves for Brown Friday?
Well, he is retired, so he just picks up the jobs he wants to do. Right?
Retired?
He likes to do it. He's one of those guys that he loves his job. So he just, whatever job is out there that he might have some interest in, he'll do that.
Plumbers know all about Brown Friday. It's become one of my favorite little holiday season gimmicks, Brown Friday. That's funny right there. If you don't know what it is, it's a little gimmick that plumbers came up with. Well, it says here it's their favorite day of the year. I don't know if I'm buying that.
I think money-wise.
Money-wise.
Yeah, that's the gist.
The day after Thanksgiving, their telephone never stops ringing because of all the big parties and big dinners everybody will be having. Kitchen drains get destroyed. Toilets get overwhelmed by disgusting relatives who are visiting the house. You get 8, 10, 15 people in the sewer lines. Go to hell. Garbage disposals. They make serious, serious money on Brown Friday. The plumbers do. But it's a lot of work. I like the Brown Friday gimmick. I heard from somebody yesterday who's having 14 people over at the house.
Wow. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the most we've had. So, well, growing up, we always had, that'd be nothing, 14 people. We start with 8 or 9, right? But at our house, maybe about that, 14 people.
You're risking problems with the plumbing and the water and the sewage.
Luckily, we haven't had any major issues, but sure, you do risk that.
The most I've had over for Thanksgiving is 8. Well, I mean 10, including me and my husband, and that was a lot.
One of my best bros, Jimmy Abs. Ashley, you've met him before when we've shot pocket billiards over at the Wayzata Legion. Jimmy Abs. He comes from a big family. I asked him the other day. Comes from a big family. Everyone reproduces also as soon as they can in this family. They reproduce as soon as they get their driver's license. They start having babies in this family. So I asked him, what's the most amount of live human beings you've ever jammed into one house for a holiday? Not specifically Thanksgiving, could be Christmas, Easter. They're Catholic people. What's the most? He said 22.
Oh.
How's that even possible?
That's a restaurant. That's not a house.
I'm not positive I know 22 people.
He said sometimes the carcass spills out onto the deck. They can't fit everyone.
Oh, yeah.
People eat in the garage.
Yeah.
This person here says we have 22 total with kids, and he's smoking brisket.
Oh,
that's a lot of work.
Can we make it 23?
Yeah, I hope they appreciate that. Ashley, you and I, it sounds like, would appreciate that.
Oh, 100%. I can just come over for a little appetizer.
21 people coming over for Thanksgiving,
Good
says, up at the
Lord.
crack of dawn, Jesus.
It is always fun when you have a lot of people and then you are trying to figure out where you're going to sit. Because it's always like, all right, 8 people can sit at the table, 2 people on the couch. You can sit, the kids can sit on the floor. That works.
Have you ever graduated to the adult table, Dana?
Oh,
Or are you
no.
Still at the
no,
child's
no,
table?
No, I struggle to get invites to any Thanksgivings. And if I do, it's definitely at the kids' table.
Was that a regular thing for you guys growing up, an adult table and a kid table?
Oh,
Yep.
for sure.
Really? We never did that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What did you? How many people did you have?
A decent amount.
Okay, so it
when-
wasn't like just your family and then you throw in a grandma and grandpa?
No, well, people always came over to my parents' house when I was growing up. She's always done my mom's always hosted Thanksgiving, so maybe that has something to do with it. Like, I already have a spot at this table. You're not kicking me off of it for one day.
Here's someone that has 40 packing in. That's
You
the
must
biggest
live in a
thing.
mansion.
What are you talking about?
40 people.
There's not 40 people getting together for one Thanksgiving holiday. Not in one house.
It would be, I'll tell you that the nice thing about that is you could easily get out of any conversation you were in.
Sure. And you could also kind of probably slide out the door early without anybody noticing you left.
Oh, yeah, Irish goodbye.
All right, so everybody be cool. My wife's listening. She said the most we've hosted is 23.
Whoa!
So we did have 23 over.
Oh, ew. Somebody, I would be happy about it, but somebody texted in and said 33 plus 5 dogs. That's a lot of dogs in a household.
There's a regular table, there's a kid table, there's a dog table. And Ashley, the answer to your problem there with seating, at least from my upbringing, our answer to that seating issue was ice cold, rusty, and oftentimes dangerous folding chairs.
Oh, yeah. What is it about the rust on those? What, did you keep them in the basement like we did?
Yeah, so
that's got to be, Minneapolis basement. It's just everything's wet constantly.
We'd bring them up to the main level for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and they would be like sitting on dry ice because they were housed in the basement. And someone would usually pinch a fingertip off or
Yeah.
remove some skin from the elbow because these chairs were so old and they would give way and they were razor sharp in certain spots.
Well, we certainly have had more for Christmas with both my mom's side and dad's side, and my dad's one of 8, my mom's one of 6, and then friends would show up as well, and then, we eventually have kids and spouses and stuff, so it was so big, we had to rent a giant, facility, basically, at a college where my aunt worked at. It was like an old, frat house or something, so we would basically rent this house out that was gigantic just to host this thing.
It sounds miserable. Sounds absolutely miserable.
It would be nice if, you had that huge gathering, like 30, 40 people, and it was the first year you were bringing your significant other, because then it's not like 4 people at a table, all serious, getting bombed with questions. It's so fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no conversation you get stuck in if you don't want. Like, if somebody's bringing up politics, you can say, yeah, I got to go help mom with the cranberry sauce or whatever.
Speaking of all that, politics is number 1 on the list of the top things we don't want to talk about at Thanksgiving dinner
Or
this,
ever.
No.
this year.
Do you guys think that's waning? I do. At least in my personal life, it seems people don't talk about it anymore. I shouldn't, not forever, but it seems like it's really dummied down quite a bit.
It depends if the news is on in whatever location we're in, because if the news is on, it's gonna come up. But my parents are pretty good, or at least my dad is good at this now. My mom sometimes will bring up something political, and my dad's like, you
Shut
know
up.
better.
Shut
Let's
up,
not do
you.
that.
Politics, Josh, yeah, I think the obsession has slowed a bit
It definitely
These
seems that way
days,
in my personal life.
compared to a couple, 3, 4 years ago. Politics is in there.
And I actively avoid that stuff too, so maybe that's partly to do with it. But like, I used to get texts from friends. This article, did you hear this? Did you see this? That doesn't really happen much anymore.
I think everybody just kind of knows at this point what side everyone's on, and they just kind of leave people alone.
That's so sad to hear, like, what side everybody is on.
I just
Shouldn't be taking sides.
Wow, how it has changed.
I never bring it up, but I do wait for someone to say something stupid so I can attack them.
That is
Josh,
fun.
on the list of the top things we don't want to talk about at Thanksgiving dinner this year, politics, number 1, money, number 2, number 3, appearance and/or recent weight gain.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't comment on somebody's appearance unless you are saying something nice.
Wow, look at you. What have you done to yourself?
Well, okay, let me ask you this, Ashley. If you notice somebody's lost weight, do you comment on it?
No.
Okay, sometimes I want to say, hey, I noticed, if you could use the word achievement, or, I know you must have been working at this, but at the same time, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, wow, you were disgusting before, because that's not how I would feel. So I never really know what to do.
I guess.
Like, would you be, let's say you put on weight and then you lost it, would you be disappointed if people didn't say something?
Yeah. See, yeah, I probably would be, actually. Now that I think about it, it's very situational. Like, if it was a obvious, huge achievement, I'd probably be like, hey, you look great. But it wouldn't be like, hey, I noticed you lost about 50 pounds. And, like, you go on and you're like, you look incredible. I mean, the best you've ever looked.
So don't say, you know what, I'm attracted to you now.
Yeah. But
I never thought that would happen.
It feels pretty good since having the baby when people have mentioned, like, hey, yeah, you look great. And then there's some comments that are a little iffy, like, oh, you're almost back to your pre-pregnancy weight.
Oh, man.
What?
Even I know enough not to say that.
Almost?
I only
Excuse you?
bring up recent weight gain to the people that mean the most to me.
Yeah. I got to say, I've felt recently some body shaming. I have felt that. Going back to the politics, this is a great text. So you're saying I should not wear my Abraham Lincoln top hat to Thanksgiving? Now, I'd
do.
appreciate that.
That's awesome.
I'm going to show up in my Grover Cleveland t-shirt.
If ever I see an old friend or family member that appears to have lost weight, especially if they're older, and when I say older, I mean 30 and up. If ever I see a friend or a relative, 30 or older, who appears to have lost weight, I'm afraid to say anything to them in fear that they're sick.
Yeah. See, that's
Because
sketchy.
you don't want to say, holy balls, Donnie, do you look good? What, have you lost 25 pounds? And the sumbitch says, yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah, there's bad weight loss for sure.
Although now, I mean, it just seems like most everybody's on Ozempic. So if you see somebody that loses weight, do you automatically assume that nowadays? I certainly do, especially if they're a celebrity. I think, oh, they must be on Ozempic.
Yeah.
Got to be that.
Just real quick, here are the other topics we don't want to talk about, and it's the same every year. Politics, money, appearance or recent weight gain, religion, their ex, mental health, what, the old Quiet Riot album?
I could
Mental
listen to that.
health?
Oh, mental health.
Yeah, mental health.
I was wondering why in 2025 would a night...
What do people talk?
Yeah, what?
I'm trying to think of a mental health conversation.
Hey, I've noticed you've been crying every single day for the last 5 years.
Why would a 1983 record by Quiet Riot factor in there? But it's mental health, work or career issues. What, you ain't got a job yet? Personal struggles, current relationship status. I don't believe this one. This final supposed topic we don't want to bring up on Thanksgiving. Avoid bashing or gossiping other family members? What, are you kidding me? What else are we going to talk about?
That's the best part, especially when, like, the person you want to talk about is there and then they leave. You're like, all right, let's debrief.
Or you get in the car on the way home with your fiance or your significant other and you just start ripping people.
That is my favorite part, or one of my favorite parts, I should say, of the holidays, is the debrief with my husband.
Yeah.
The debrief.
On the way home, you light everybody up.
Yeah.
Yes.
This turns into a roast in the car.
You know, who was farting? Was it Uncle Ricky? I smelled farts.
It's always Uncle Ricky.
It had to have been Uncle Ricky.
It's always an uncle, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't buy that. It says here, we don't want to bash and gossip about family members? Hell yes, we do.
Man.
I remember once There was a, I don't know, 9, 10-year-old kid, family member, 9 or 10. I didn't think this kid had developed this kind of attitude yet, right? It's a 9 or 10-year-old kid. We're going to an aunt's house, and in the car ride over, the 9 or 10-year-old kid says, "Oh, I'm certainly not looking forward to seeing how drunk Aunt Jenny is."
Does Jenny tie one on?
Yeah.
Like making a scene?
It doesn't make a scene. She's just drunk.
Oh, it gets a little slurry.
Yeah, just slurry and sloppy and just your typical drunk. But, I mean, I don't know anything about kids. I never made one. I was shocked at the presence of mind of this young kid.
I'd imagine it's something they heard their parents say.
Yep.
It could be.
I bet you anything the parents have said that before, especially at that age, that young of an age.
But she didn't say it like she was just repeating something. She said it as if this was something that she was very well aware of and had grown tired of.
Well, that's what kids do. I've heard my son do that too, where he'll share an opinion I heard him get from his older brother 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, sure.
Says it exactly like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Please elaborate.
Oh, trust me, I do that to me. Oh, all of a sudden you're an expert on deep sea fishing. So I'm going to imagine that's what happened there. Although, so we have a family member, an aunt, who would make a spectacle getting drunk to the point having to be carried out of weddings, passing out. It was a problem.
Got to carry her out, huh?
So she kind of developed
Were you ever one of the carriers?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't that close with her where I saw her enough where I could put my hands on her body. So, yeah, that would be her immediate family that would take her out. I mean, sometimes, she must have been pre-gaming. There was one wedding in particular where I don't know if she made it to the I-do's.
You just wake up in the morning and start stirring a cocktail. You make it an all-day thing.
Yeah, that was bad. Merkin Maker.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Merkin Maker Jesus said, "What about bringing a new piece of squish to Thanksgiving and then a different piece of squish to Christmas dinner?"
Oh, that's a dangerous territory.
Well, that will get people talking about you.
Yep.
We have.
Didn't know you were such a pimp. You know?
I suppose.
Yeah, I didn't know cousin Frank was such a player.
Ashley
and her husband would debrief the heck out of that on their way home.
This will be the first year that I don't get any questions about, oh, do you want to have kids eventually? When do you think you're going to want to have a kid?
No, that's
I'm
a big
sure
one.
you'll get. Are you going to have more?
Oh, I've already gotten those. I'm like, can I please just raise this one first? Is that all right?
My nipples are still sore.
Yeah. God.
I have a friend who once, when she got so sick of those questions around the holidays, when are you and your husband gonna have kids, that she once just told her aunt, she goes, we're just really into butt stuff right now, so we're not really sure.
It can
awesome.
still happen.
Yeah.
High Hopes McGee Jesus said his family has decided to skip Thanksgiving this year, so he finally has something to be thankful for at Thanksgiving.
Dude, I hear you on that one. This is effing stupid. Who came up with this? 5 sex positions you can use in honor of Thanksgiving?
Nobody's having sex on Thanksgiving.
No one has sex in honor of Thanksgiving.
Unless it's first thing in the morning, get away from me.
I mean, I'm always thankful when it happens, certainly, but I've never had themed...
You're always thankful when
I am. Thank you for this.
Themed sex?
Yeah, I've never done that like a certain... Sure, maybe there's anniversaries or birthdays or Valentine's Day. But yeah, we've never like I'm going to dress as Cupid for Valentine's Day or something like that.
That's because it never happens. This is just a reason for some punny jokes. So here you go. 5 sex positions you can do in honor of Thanksgiving. The wishbone, the spoonful, the turkey trot, the pumpkin pie, and the prone bone.
Nothing with the word stuffing. Missed opportunity.
Maybe it was too on the nose.
Maybe, what's your name again?
Ashley.
Maybe if there was a top 10, I guarantee that the word stuffing would have been thrown in there. Gravy would have been thrown in there. But
DVDA doesn't make the list.
No, DVD. I only have Ashley. I only have a top. Nobody's doing anything called the prone bone. They know better than that.
Well, what's your favorite one?
None of them.
No.
Stupid.
Just had 3 pounds of mashed potatoes, baby. Let's take our clothes off.
Oh gosh, that's just so uncomfortable. No.
Stupid.
This is crazy from Jewish Jesus. Do you know how many people ask me if I celebrate Thanksgiving, being that I'm Jewish and all?
What?
You know, I am American. I think they have the wrong holiday there where they're confused about.
That's amazing.
He should just make up some fake holiday that he celebrates in
Oh,
the
no,
place of
sorry, I
it.
can't make it. I'm Jewish. We don't celebrate.
It's Festivus.
Yeah.
That's the big one for us. That's so awesome. I could see being that dumb, though.
Yeah.
I could see myself asking that question.
And then afterwards, my wife telling me, "You stupid bastard." I'm sorry that happens to you, Jewish Jesus. But get back to us. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Does your religion allow that?
Do they what now?
Does your religion allow you celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yeah, get back to us. Oh, later on, for Christ's sake, we'll go ahead and jaw jack with Andrew DePaola, long snapper for the Minnesota Vikings. We'll get a listener on the telephone for our Purple Pick'em predictions. Marcus Foligno will also be on the telephone with us at one point or another. And then the Stoners are going to stop by for a chat.
It's a lot going on today.
I know, Ashley, I know. I'm trying to focus.
Squeezing it in.
Trying to focus on the whole Jay Cutler don't care vibe. But yet we have so much company. The folks from Wildflower Cannabis Company are going to be stopping by later.
You know, it's funny. I was talking to a couple of coworkers here saying, hey, we're having these people in, and they were very excited, and that's their dispensary of choice, they were telling me. And then I talked to my mother-in-law yesterday. She's the biggest stoner I've ever met. And I mentioned, hey, we're having these people in, and hopefully they can clear up some of the rules and what they do that's different from some of these. It's confusing. We've mentioned this before. And they're experts, obviously, in the field.
These people?
Yep. And so she mentioned that this is like the first time she's setting an alarm to tune in for something.
They're a brand new joint?
Well, they've got 2 locations.
And no pun intended.
Oh, yeah. They've got 2 locations.
Okay. We'll find out.
I mean, which to me means maybe they've been around a little longer, but maybe not.
We'll find out. We're going to meet.
I wonder if they'll smell like weed.
I don't know. When you're does edibles and stuff, does that smell like weed?
I guess if you get really close. But I mean, they've got to be smokers themselves, right?
All of this
Maybe not.
I'm excited.
We'll find out all about it later. I'm guessing if they work in the business, they probably know how to disguise the smell of marijuana. Let me ask you something, Josh. You mentioned that your mother-in-law is a stoner. You're a fairly straight-laced cat. Maybe the straightest laced sumbitch that I know. Has your mother-in-law's drug addiction ever gotten in the way of the relationship the two of you have had?
No, not at all. She'll hide it.
How long has she been a drug addict?
You keep using the word addict. She's a drug user, recreational. I mean, my wife. So her and my father-in-law, who I never met, he passed away actually from being a drug addict.
Who did?
My father-in-law, or what would have been my father-in-law. I've never met him, but he passed away like at 44 years old from the things he was doing to his body.
Yeah.
My wife remembers like there'd be like a Stevie Nicks record on. And on the cover, there'd be drugs, just drug after drug after drug. So back in the day, they used to kind of do a little bit of everything.
Are your children aware of the fact that their grandmother is a drug abuser?
Yeah, she's not a drug abuser. You keep using that word. Yes, they're very much aware. And I try and ignore it, but I think the older kids may have partied with grandma before.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I can't.
My mother, she's a big hippie. I'm sorry.
I can't imagine smoking weed with one of my grandparents. It's weird enough to do it with your parents, but your grandparent? No.
You get used to it.
I want nothing to do with that.
I think I'd be more comfortable with my grandparents than I would my parents. I don't know why. Yeah. I mean, all my grandparents have passed at this point, but even if they were still alive, I don't think I'd be comfortable with that.
He'd be
At
uncomfortable
my
with
old
it.
age.
He'd be uncomfortable with it. Oh, for God's sake. There you go. We might as well get moving in the right direction. We got a stupid news report to cut loose upon. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. It's our ultimate F-off day. Let us know if it's also yours.
Got a couple saying it is. One person said it's their ultimate F-off day until April.
Whoa.
What in the world?
Seasonal worker?
Yeah, it must be, right?
Wow.
A
Seasonal.
landscaper maybe or something?
That's where it's at, Cubby. If I could do it all over again, I'd get an education. But if I couldn't do that, I'd become a seasonal worker.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've got a couple friends who still do that.
You'd notice
they
my
love it.
weight gain. You would.
Well, that'd be due to your drug addiction.
Drug addiction. We'll be back with the stupid news in a few minutes on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
What's up, guys? David Pollack here, former Georgia Bulldog, former analyst with College Game Day, and host of my new show, See Ball, Get Ball. I'm a defensive lineman. That's why that's the name. You see the ball, you go get it. We're going to dive deep into college football. We're going to break down film. We'll have bold takes, real conversations with the biggest names in the sport every single week. If you eat, sleep, and breathe college football like I do, man, I promise you, See Ball, Get Ball is for you. So do me a favor. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, Cubby.
Yes, sir.
I got something here in my filthy little hands. I've got a message from a first-time texter. Isn't that great? We're appreciative of all he is. Well, almost all he is on the text machine. To see a first-timer come around now and again,
Yeah,
that's great.
That is exciting.
That is just. Here's what he says. Just wanted to tell us that it's Alto. Alto is the first name of Bob Seger's old saxophone player. Also is what I meant to say. Dude texted in to say it's also his ultimate F-off day. He's flying down to Vegas tomorrow to pick up his new puppy.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Going all the way to Nevada to get a dog? I mean, good for you. I'm not criticizing. Just seems like a hell of a trip. He's going to name the puppy Peaches. Couldn't be more excited, he says, hoping for a shout-out. Also, can I take the name 3-Putt Jesus? Absolutely. The sound of the bell makes it official. You are 3-Putt Jesus, and good luck with Peaches.
Send us a picture, too.
I thought he did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't see the text.
I'll have to go back and look for it.
I didn't know there was a picture of Peaches in there. All right. Our final stupid news report. We're off next week. Yes, it is our ultimate F-off day. How dumb is this? A JetBlue airline ride. A JetBlue airplane looking to go from Boston to Tampa Bay got delayed for 3 hours before it finally took off. 3 hours they sat there. They were running late right from the get-go. That sucks, right? I'm not sure what kept them on the ground for so long, but, you know, that sucks for everybody. The passengers, the crew, everybody. Little did all the unlucky bastards on the airplane know that was just the beginning of a long stinking day, a long trip to nowheres. Once they finally got that bitch up in the air and headed in the right direction. After sitting there for 3 hours, things went sideways again. They had to up and spin the airplane around and go back to Boston because of one single selfish moron with a douche flute. You know what I'm saying? A vape rod. They're about an hour into their flight when someone upped and vaped weed in the airplane bathroom. And the flight attendants inhaled it. So you need to help me out. Does this mean there's a policy in place where if any member of the flight crew accidentally inhales marijuana, they have to land the plane?
Must be.
For safety reasons or something?
I've never been around somebody vaping marijuana. Does it still smell like marijuana?
Like a little bit. I mean, it depends on what kind of vape you have, but they wouldn't, unless he like shotgunned the smoke into their mouth. They're fine. That's so weird.
1191, I just have some questions. Is the cockpit secure right now?
Hey, from cockpit secure, we had a customer vape in the lab, and smoking marijuana in the lab. We would like it to turn to Boston.
JetBlue 1191, roger.
For JetBlue 1191, we had a security issue on with a passenger, mostly a disturbance. They were smoking marijuana. Our crew inhaled it, and now we're overweight landing. So that's the main reason for the emergency.
And now we're what landing?
It sounded like you said overweight landing. I don't know.
That's obviously the air traffic control audio. So that's the part of the story that threw me. Okay.
Learn how to ghost it, you loser.
What does that mean?
You just hold it in longer and don't blow out any smoke.
This guy's a loser?
Yeah, who doesn't, like, especially if you're smoking in that situation, what are you doing?
I agree. That's just very interesting to me. The flight attendants inhaled it, and they had to land the plane. You know, bottom line is, it was some hipster just had to smoke his or her weed out of his or her stupid little vape rod during the flight. And because of that, everyone had to fly all the way back to Boston. And by God, once they landed in Boston, the flight eventually got canceled altogether, and everyone on board had to start all over again.
Oh, nightmare.
So people are texting in. The brother and sisterhood, they know everything. I hope we don't say that too much, but it's true. The overweight comment was for how much fuel they have. To give them a heads up, we got a full, we're full.
Oh, all right.
But I'll tell you what, as silly as this seems, you could tell later on that they were affected by the secondhand weed vapor.
We had a customer,
we had a security issue with a passenger smoking marijuana. Our crew inhaled it.
Here, pass it back.
Yeah, their delivery sounds very delayed.
And it sounded like they just went with it, like somebody was lighting a bong or a joint or something, and kind of like what I'd imagine the music you hear in your head when you smoke.
Yeah, 100%.
That flight crew, Cubby, that flight crew, God.
This guy, though, I mean, despite him being an idiot, that would suck for him so much because you just got high and then they bust you. It's your fault. I would be so stressed out.
Yeah, thanks for that, douche flute guy.
Oh, my anxiety
Everybody would
level.
be furious.
God forbid you're not high 24 hours a day, right? You got to get in the airplane bathroom and get high.
Just smoke before you get on the plane like everybody else does.
Yeah, shoot, I lost the text. Somebody said that. Just, duh. That's what
or
they
take
said.
some gummies.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And how'd they get it past security in the first place?
It's really easy.
Was it?
No delay whatsoever on that.
I didn't say that.
What's your method?
Makeup bag.
Make-up bag?
Yeah.
So the douche flute smoker is likely going to face some type of charges for all this. The only information that's come out so far is that they were a first-class passenger. So, my money is on a college-age kid who lives off their parents' bank account and was never taught respect for others or consequences for their actions. That's my guess.
Oh, that does sound nice, though, being super high in first class.
Sure.
That sounds like a great plane ride.
So what's the difference in first class? I know you get hot towels. There's more leg room.
I've only been first class once, Josh, and no one handed me a hot towel.
Oh, okay. Maybe I made this up in my head. Maybe it's a fantasy.
I think it depends on the airline you fly with.
Well, all I can tell you is this, Josh. It was free beer and free hooch. Yes, there's more leg room.
You get, like, free Wi-Fi, too, don't you?
I wouldn't know Wi-Fi
really?
if you were banging me with Wi-Fi, so I couldn't help you with that.
Free food?
I think we also enjoyed some free snacks. What the hell is
Somebody's neck made it on the radio again.
Dana, are you okay?
That was Dana. I saw him backing away from the microphone.
That was me.
So it has to be your neck, because I'm looking around. I hear a neck almost every day.
Why does your neck fart?
I don't know.
Why have you never admitted it? It's okay. It's the trust tree around.
Honestly,
The
sometimes
trust tree.
it happens so much to me that I don't even realize that it just happens sometimes.
Do you put the microphone to your throat?
I'm currently have the microphone to my esophagus.
Let's do this next story. Let's see how it sounds if all of us just mic our throats. Okay. Here we go. While we're on the subject of plane rides. Josh, is your microphone up to your throat?
Yeah, I have my microphone pressed into a little uncomfortably into my throat.
Let's try this.
Oh, should I drink something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll try and drink something. I couldn't hear it. Could you hear it?
I didn't like that.
Was that gross?
Yeah.
We're going to try to get through this next stupid news story in what we'll now refer to as Dana mode. With our microphones up again. For the gentlemen, our microphones are resting on our Adam's apples. Ashley has hers. Okay.
So I'm a little worried I got somebody pregnant with that. I'm sorry how intimate that sound was. I couldn't even hear it.
That's pretty sexy, Josh.
Dana, if we catch someone else's throat farting, you won't feel so self-conscious about it anymore.
Yeah, I'll feel a lot better about myself.
Okay.
Somebody says, you know what? This is just normal AM radio.
While we're on the subject of those miserable, unnecessary airplane rides, answer this question for me. Okay, it's uncomfortable. I have to stop.
Yeah, that is.
Answer something for me. You know those body scanners they make you walk through before you get on an airplane?
Yeah, put your arms up.
What do you think, Ashley? Can those body scanners tell when a woman is on her periods?
I imagine maybe they could see the tampon.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
not sure how intricate they are.
Yeah, you're guessing maybe they could spot the tampon. Here's a gal who says that the airport body scanners detected her tampon and sounded the alarm on her.
So I went through security through TSA, and it starts beeping. Looked at the graph, big red box right on my crotch, and it was not my pants. I asked them, I'm like, did you pick up my tampon? Like, seriously?
Okay,
You got metal in your tampon? What's going on?
well, I'll tell you all about it. That's the gal. Her name is Cynthia. She jumped over to TikTok. She did. And she says her tampon tripped the security alarms at the airport. Many other women's on TikTok shared their stories too, saying that their tampons, pads, cups, cucks, and even IUDs have set off the alarms on the body scanner machines at the airport. What the hell is an IUD? Isn't that something that I've heard?
Birth control method?
Yeah, it's like a little
interuterine device.
It's a tiny T-shaped apparatus, and they put it up in you, and it's supposed to block things from entering.
My God.
You can hit that, right?
Yeah.
If you're gifted enough?
Yes.
Yeah, like a gentleman?
Yeah, and I've heard that some guys, the gifted gentlemen, can feel it. So
You break it right. I've broken a couple right in half.
Well, aren't they kind of wishbone shaped?
Yeah, they break like a wishbone.
People have.
Do you make a wish at that point?
I do.
My wish is that you don't get pregnant.
Right.
From this.
I don't know if this is true at all, but there's been stories of people coming out and saying that their baby was born like holding it.
Hey, look what I found, Mom. It's their first rattle.
Yeah. Oh, my first toy. Look at this.
I fished one out of there once.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Menstrual products, Josh. Women have said that many different types of menstrual products set off the alarms at the airport. They say, Ashley, that the heavy metals that are used in period pillow pads.
Oh, that's great.
What?
That there's heavy metals in what we're using.
Well, I like heavy metals.
I'm a big heavy metal
Judas
fan.
Priest, Iron Maiden.
Sure.
Fantastic.
The heavy metals that are used in period pillow pads and tampons are to blame for setting off the alarms. Now, we played a little audio of that Cynthia lady. Listen to how she comes off here. It's shocking. On TikTok, she said, I scoped out TikTok and found some other videos of some other bitches that were talking about how their effing tampons got picked up by the TSA scanner thing. Other bitches?
I love her.
And the F word? Is that the proper way to come off, Ashley?
Yeah,
I think it's funny when girls get together and they're like, hey, bitch, how you I don't know, for whatever reason, I think that's kind of funny.
It's improper.
It is improper.
Yeah, I can't say whether or not there's truth to that because I either planned vacations or in the past when I was on birth control planned my period so that I do not have it on vacation because that would suck.
So you've never tried to smuggle a tampon through airport security?
Nope.
We're planning on going on a trip this year. I'll try it. I'll get back to you. I am the most innocent person of all time going through security.
Yeah, you might as well give them something to look for.
One evening in a dark, grimy, tiny little airport in Jamaica, I got to watch Josh get down to his oversized, ridiculous-looking boxer shorts.
They are like basketball
It's
shorts.
unbelievable.
I like to be comfy. And this is not a size thing. I'm very tiny. It's just I like everything to be a little baggy.
I got to see Josh standing in this depressing little airport in Jamaica. I got to see him standing there in his massive boxer shorts while two armed Jamaican guards checked him for, what's the word in the business?
Contraband?
Contraband, thank you, yeah.
I mean, he's not kidding. I had to get to my underwear. I don't know. I was thinking, like, is this a rights violation of some sort?
Yeah, you're supposed to be in a room for that.
No, it was it was out in the open.
You looked like a skinny 12-year-old wearing the first ever pair of boxer shorts.
Nick, I'm picturing like early 2000s NBA players and they would wear their shorts down to like their mid-calves.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
They're pretty much like that. I'll show you if you want.
Yes,
I
please
still
do.
have the same
I
ones.
how do you put pants on over boxers that are that long and large? Only a few people will get this reference. You look like Jake LaMotta from the movie Raging Bull.
Yeah, I suppose you could make. That's a good comparison.
Why are they so large?
I don't know. I got tree trunk legs. I just like a little comfort.
Tree trunk legs.
And don't you?
Yeah.
You said you still have the same ones. Are they from high school, Josh?
Yeah.
I saw an Onion headline. I was going to send it to you the other day. It said, "Life hack: turns out you can just throw away your old underwear and buy new ones."
Yeah, I've added to my arsenal over the years, but yeah, most of them are still from high school.
Yeah, if they're in good condition.
Why not?
I'm having a hard time with accepting the fact that the products that you use on your period are full of heavy metals. That's like really.
Oh, this is news to you?
That is terrible.
Oh, well then don't wear tampons.
You know,
I'm just gonna free bleed.
Are you one of them free bleeders? I never knew that there was there's a lot of technology in the period products. Like until I got married, my wife, we basically have a cabinet full of a wonderful variety, like you might stock a well-stocked bar. It's kind of like, I didn't know there was different ones in the same box and, various, Ashley, obviously you're aware of that.
Yes.
So, did you know that, Nick?
I don't have any idea what we're talking about.
Box was a bad choice of words.
Sure, it
I should have
happened.
said
No,
container.
let's just move beyond it.
I should have said container.
We don't have to recognize every single time No, I know zero about this stuff, Josh.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to screw it up. Ashley, you could probably help, but like different for how bad things are, right?
Yeah, depending on your flow.
Yeah, you pick out the one that is most suited for where you're at. And I had no clue. No clue. It's fascinating.
It's expensive though, so like I just have one option and just use it whenever because it's so those kind of things are so expensive.
It sounds like you might be considering some life changes now that you've found out that heavy metals are involved in tampons.
Yeah, that's
there's
alarming.
There's got to be a hippie alternative, right?
Yeah, I think actually, like maybe it would be a Diva cup, but they mentioned that the cups are triggering it too. So I don't know. I don't know.
I got a buddy who won't wear deodorant because there's metals in deodorant or something like that. And God help us, we all wish he would find an alternative because he smells like garbage. But I've heard these stories before that people will steer away from certain products because they think that this is going to harm them and that is going to.
Oh,
they should
organic tampons.
Just lean into the whole metal thing and call it like, hey, Red Sabbath or Menstruationika or something like that. Just go with the whole theme.
I hear you. There is a conversation in this article about period underwears.
Oh, that's just like your underwear you don't care about, right, Ashley? Is that?
Some people call, that underwear period underwear, but there's also like actual period underwear. Where they're disposable, and so there's like cushion or absorbent built into the underwear.
You take one pair of Cubby's boxer shorts, you could make a dozen set of period underwear.
I got as much as you need.
It's a different version of a diaper, I guess, in a way.
God, it must be tough. Huh?
I don't know. I haven't had one in like 11 months. Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Okay.
Now I'm going to get it. Darn it.
You're going to get what?
I shouldn't have bragged about not having it back yet.
We're going to remain vaginal here for a stretch. Someone robbed the dildo shop. They did. And they stole all the dildonks. Damn near all of them. In a place called Shreveport, Louisiana. The police are asking for the public's help in identifying 3 women who allegedly stole a 5-gallon bucket full of dildos from the dildo store. They came a-walking into the Hustler Hollywood dildo shop. We used to have one of those here in town. It didn't last long. It was
really?
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine it'd be pretty fancy if it's attached to Hustler.
Fancy and schmancy. I actually did a radio station promotion at the grand opening of the Hustler Hollywood dildo shop. It was just down the street from the old, the old Liquor Lyle's. It didn't last long. I don't know why. We bought some dildos, but it still didn't survive. So these women walk into the Hustler Hollywood dildo shop in Shreveport, Louisiana, and they walked out all bow-legged with around $1,000 worth of very realistic rubber peckers. And the 3 gorgeous ladies then raced on out of there in a motor vehicle. If you've got the balls to identify these gals, call the Shreveport Police Department. That's a damn shame that they would steal all the dildos.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, $1,000 worth.
What if a gal comes walking in there an hour later and she's really in need? Mm-hmm. It's a code.
I gotta get off!
Right. It's a code pink. All right. Here's a video for you. Ashley will let you know when the time comes, whether or not we've got it up on our website yet. Here's a video for you, and it's funny. Despite the story coming from the completely awful United Kingdom, this is truly funny. So an old-timer was riding his bicycle ass naked through town.
Yeah, this is up.
Check out the video on, what do we call our website again?
93x.com.
Appreciate that. An old-timer is riding his bicycle ass naked. The video that goes along with the story shows the whole schmear. Riding his bicycle naked. Out of nowheres, a motorcyclist races up to the right of the naked grandpa. And as the motorcyclist passes on the right, he smacks the naked grandpa. He smacks the naked grandpa upside the head, and naked grandpa and his bicycle go crashing down to the ground.
It was a lot more violent than I thought it was going to be. I thought it
Yeah,
was going to be more of
same
a
here.
humorous, knock somebody over, but it was pretty violent.
Naked grandpa, skinned up his knees and his elbows, and he
Aw.
landed on his nuts. It was terrible. Again, motorcyclist rides up next to the naked grandpa on a bicycle. Motorcyclist slaps him on the side of the head. Naked grandpa goes down. Now, this naked bicycle head slap crash happened during a naked bicycle ride charity event.
What's I'm confused because he seems like he's alone.
Yeah.
Was he just like?
I think people are getting over it, Ashley. I think that's it.
He was it, Ashley.
Like, this bit was funny the first couple times. We're done now.
It was either that, maybe he was the only guy who showed up for the naked charity bicycle ride, or he was in far last place.
Oh, the video makes me feel so sad for him.
Yeah, I mean, he really goes down hard.
This
I've got audio of the video if you haven't seen it yet. Here comes the motorcycle. And then there's the naked guy falling over.
Oh, no.
So this
he
was
could've died.
Yeah, if
Old
he hit
guy
his
like
head or
this?
something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Did he have a helmet on? I mean,
no, he's got a hat on.
Yeah, he's had a ball cap
for
on.
modesty.
The hat flies off too.
Yeah. He lost his lid. He goes down. He landed on his balls. So, again, this was a naked bicycle charity ride. The dude on the motorcycle, a 46-year-old sumbitch named Lee. Lee didn't know dick about the nude bicycle ride charity event. He thought Naked Grandpa was just a, quote, pervert.
With a flag on the back of his bike.
And in Lee's defense, Naked Grandpa very likely is a pervert, but you just can't go around slapping elderly perverts off their bicycles. That's against the law. So Lee had no idea this was an organized event. He just thought, hey, who's this sick bastard showing his D and penis and balls, everything, showing it off to the neighborhood? I don't like the looks of it. So that's why Lee knocked him off his bicycle. The cops found Lee later that day at a bar, and he started a big effing fight, and the cops had to beat Lee unconscious a couple of times. Lee's going to be going to English prison for the next 2 years for this.
When I imagine English prison, I imagine it being nice.
Yeah, me too.
Like you get tea and crumpets.
Everybody's extra polite.
Lee's going to prison for 2 years. Naked Grandpa's free to continue his shady operation, but Lee's going to prison for 2 years.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to fight with the cops, right?
Yeah.
Ashley, it's funny you bring up that flag. That's what all perverts should have to have, is a giant flag so we can pick them out of a crowd.
It just says,
Cross the street, stay away from them.
I am a pervert.
Just so you know.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. Here's a listener who says, imagine picking gravel out of your taint.
Oh, no.
I've come close.
How did you come close to picking gravel out of your taint?
Motorcycle accident and then skateboard accident. Both very gravelly roads.
Did your boxers survive?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they're so big that they just kind of bunch up. I think if they were tighter, they wouldn't be able to move as much.
All right, before we shut this nightmare down and move on to other things, it seems to me Eminem and I have one thing in common. The rapper Eminem.
What?
Well, you're both white.
You love mom's spaghetti?
He and I have one thing in common. We both have a limit on how many puns we can handle. Says here, Eminem has had enough of an Australian company that sells beach umbrellas and swimwear and whatnot.
You guys are around the same age.
Are we?
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
Eminem has had enough of this Australian company that sells swimwear. They call their company Swim Shady. That's stupid, and he knows it. And if they don't knock it off, he's going to take them down to Chinatown.
Oh, they didn't ask permission for this?
He might have to sue the bastards. Well, it's not exactly asking for permission, from what I understand. Not that I follow any of this trademark stuff. I wouldn't know.
You're not into copyright law?
Not a word.
I got a good buddy who is.
Really?
Yeah.
It says here Eminem is concerned that the public will associate him with the Swim Shady swimwear.
I would 100%.
So would I.
Chicka Slim Shady.
I definitely would.
The Swim Shady people say they don't care how long it's been since Eminem was cool and relevant.
He still is.
They're going to stick to their guns and fight to the death over this silly name. They said
they're lying through their teeth if they are going to try to say that this wasn't after him.
Well, they're not saying that. They're just saying we can both have something to do with the gimmick Swim Shady, and they're saying bring it, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mess with somebody that's got that much money. He should make a diss track about him.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
That would just be great publicity for that.
True.
Australia, pop, pump, pump, pop. Australia, pop, pump, pump, pop. A, U, Australia.
Yeah, that's about as far as I could get to. That'd be kind of fun to come. I mean, Swim Shady, I think that's a decent name. You know, like
it is cute.
I don't like puns, so it's not my thing. But yeah, it's
Nick, how old are you
Backfloat
again?
boys.
I am 54.
54. He's 53. So, yeah, maybe like once you hit 50, you just being able to tolerate puns.
Oh
just
no,
tanks.
I've hated puns.
Oh, never mind, Josh.
Before. Maybe we went to different schools together. Me and Eminem.
I think you're on the other side of 8 Mile.
Here's some Eminem history for you. On this date, back in the year 2004, Eminem had the #1 album. It was a record called Encore.
I think that's pronounced Encore.
Yeah.
He had the #1 record.
That's his third. I mean, he's had 3, at least.
What?
I think he's had 3.
He's one of the best ever.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Okay, everyone, it's 2:30. Time for dinner. Because on Thanksgiving, 2:30 is dinner time for some reason.
Oh, this looks fantastic. I can't wait to poop this out. Hey, who's going to get the Thanksgiving dump trophy this year?
You are! Dad's gonna get it!
Who else? Loving family.
Why do we
dump trophy?
Why do we eat dinner at 2:30 on Thanksgiving? What is up with that?
I put a stop to that many years ago in my family. I said, this is stupid. Why do we do that? Let's have dinner when you're supposed to have dinner. So I have taken a stand, and that's all you got to do, Ashley. Speak up.
I will.
If you don't like it, say something about it.
This will be my year.
And I found out I was far from alone. But just, we got into that habit of 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's ridiculous. So
2:30 does give you more time to figure out who wins the dump trophy, though.
Family Guy does have a fair amount of poop humor in there, doesn't it, Josh?
Yeah, that's their bread and butter.
The one
I wish I didn't combine food with it. Well, I suppose it starts with food, doesn't it?
Typically.
Yeah, they do that quite a bit.
The one that always comes back to me was there was an episode where Peter comes out the bathroom and Lois says, how was your bowel movement, Peter? And he says, it was good, but I didn't get the troublemaker.
That was the thing in our house for a while.
Yeah.
Everyone would ask, did you get the troublemaker?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Do you remember when Peter taught Meg how to have a boyfriend?
No.
Yes, yeah.
And he hotboxed her in the car?
Yep. She had to shave his back, all that, yeah. Didn't she throw up? It was so bad.
I think so.
Yeah, they also specialize in puke humor, too.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Coming up at 7:30, we're going to be just rolling. Everything begins at 7:30. We'll get a chance to talk to Andrew DePaola from the Minnesota Vikings. We'll get some dickhead listener on the telephone for Purple Pick'em predictions.
Respect.
And then we'll chat with Marcus Foligno from the Man Bear Pig. Speaking of hockey, I got this text message, Josh, from Offended Millennial Jesus. He wanted to know if I was aware, being a Zamboni pilot, Offended Millennial Jesus and I are fellow Zamboni pilots. He said, did you see that Richard Zamboni has passed away?
I did.
The son of Frank Zamboni, the inventor of the Zamboni.
He was 93.
What?
He passed at 93 years old.
What a push for Frank Zamboni. Pardon me, Richard Zamboni, the son of Frank. No, I was unaware. But offended millennial Jesus says, Zamboni pilots all around the state of hockey should honk their horns in salute of the man next time they pilot that rig.
I didn't realize Zambonis had horns.
Yeah, it's to get non-hockey players like you out of the way. You know what I mean? If you're effing around out on the ice, that's how I get you out of the way without running you over. Someone told me the Houston Texans defeated the Buffalo Bills last night.
Yeah, they sure did.
And it sounded like Josh got his ass kicked yesterday. I didn't watch the game.
8 sacks, 2 interceptions. It was ugly.
Oh, really? It was that bad?
It was pretty bad.
That has to hurt some people to learn that the Houston Texans defeated the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, one of the headlines I saw was Texans defense had Josh Allen in hell.
Yeah, he was running for his life all game long.
I'll be dipped.
Did he get a rushing touchdown, set the record?
He did not.
He didn't do anything.
No.
He didn't do anything good. We'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll throw it over to Cubby for his news report.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
November is heating up for U.S. soccer.
The United States need to be a little more nasty.
Big international friendlies for the men.
Oh, Callum, that was nasty.
And a Black Friday friendly for the women.
Expectations have always been here for this team. We understand that.
Listen anywhere on the go with the Westwood One Sports app. And for behind-the-scenes stories, catch the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
Boy, do we have an episode for you.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
You are facing a significant amount of time, sir.
That's unacceptable.
A 39-year-old Wisconsin man is expected to miss a lot of Packer games and binge drinking sessions due to a long prison sentence he's likely to receive due to a pizza argument that turned violent. An employee stocking coolers heard raised voices at the front counter, followed by a single gunshot.
Oh!
Security video later confirmed a man upset about how his pizza was prepared returned to confront the worker, fired once, and then noped right out of there. In an interview, he said he was upset his food was being prepared without gloves. He's now headed to prison, where the pizza lover may find his fill of sausage. Meanwhile, in Missouri...
What the hell kind of a comment is that?
Oh, man, it was inappropriate, and I regret it.
It's unbelievable around here.
Meanwhile, in Missouri, a man was convicted of 4 felony charges in a shooting involving 2 St. Louis area pizza store workers outside of Domino's. Earlier in the day, the shooter and his girlfriend complained about service at the restaurant and fist-fought a manager. The man later returned with a weapon and confronted 2 victims who had nothing to do with the previous fight. Both survived but suffered serious injuries. Only one of them is dishing out high 4s from now on after losing a finger in the shooting. And the other, whose last name is Owies, took a round to the chest, which was very owie indeed. The 53-year-old suspect could face anywhere from 5 years to life. That's quite a span, unless he has a terminal illness.
You said 5 years to life.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah, I don't know if I've heard of something like that before.
That judge has a lot of wiggle room, doesn't he?
There is a lot of space there to work with. By the way, you could prepare me a pizza, Josh. Like, you know how folks do it. They put the pepperonis on the cheese and they form the crust and the whole schmear. You could prepare me a pizza, Josh, while you're sitting on the toilet having diarrhea, and I wouldn't be upset about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. They bake that thing.
You're prepared. It's going to go into an oven.
Yeah, you're fine.
Everyone worries too much about that kind of thing.
You know how it is. I mean, it's delicious. You take that cauliflower crust, you pour on that sugar-free sauce.
Here we go.
God,
You know, the fake cheese, and then some, what were we?
Plant-based meats.
Yeah. Some plant-based meats, and we throw it in the oven.
Let's still eat it.
That's
but.
good stuff.
You know, a number of years ago, I came into work after a weekend, and Josh says, what'd you do all weekend? And I said, not much. I said, probably the highlight was yesterday. Had a few beers out on the patio, made some brats, and Josh said, I made brats on Saturday, organic brats. And I said, what? Oh, nothing.
Still picking little bits of, what's that stuff called? Spinach out my teeth.
I said, did you say organic brats? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
They're on the grill, so it's still kind of manly, I think.
You know, I offended Dana once when he was so nice, he gave me a grill when he moved.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want that grill. You probably cooked veggie burgers on that, and I think you got frustrated with me.
I don't remember that.
I'm kidding. A man in Oklahoma is accused of stabbing his former coworker more than a dozen times because he was obsessed with her.
Oh, yeah?
Around 1 a.m. Saturday, an 18-year-old woman was walking into her home eating a burger when she stopped on her front porch. In that brief moment, someone wearing a mask stepped up behind her and stabbed her in the neck and wrist.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm sorry, the masked man said, though that apology meant little as he went on to stab her 14 times.
Oh.
Her screams jolted her mother and brother awake, and her brother rushed outside to help. He was stabbed as well as he tried to pull the attacker away, but his intervention seemed to rattle the suspect enough to make him flee, an intervention that police say saved his sister's life.
Someone with a ski mask came up to my daughter on the porch. She was eating a burger, and what did he do? He started stabbing her, and he said he was so sorry. He said, I'm sorry, and he started stabbing her.
I think I'd be more panicked.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mom, that was her mom?
That was Mom, yeah.
Yeah, the tone of her voice is off if you consider the situation.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like she was describing a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to believe what happened in the most recent episode of Breaking Bad.
Sounds like one of those people that can't describe or can't tell a story about just eating a burger without it lasting 45 minutes.
Yeah, yep.
Well, that's a really psychotic scene over there.
Well, it's out of love.
What happened with this guy?
So investigators, they arrive. They piece together the circumstances of the attack, and their attention quickly turned to one man, 24-year-old Ronaldo Zavala. Ronaldo. Zavala and the victim had worked together at a movie theater until she reported him for what she described as obsessive behavior, a complaint that led to his firing.
Ronaldo,
yeah.
Okay.
Afterward, that's such a smooth name for a not-so-smooth character.
Right.
Afterward, police say he began stalking her. And on the night of the assault, he hid nearby and waited for her to come home.
He was just obsessed with this female, and she had no interest whatsoever. And it just drove him to the brink of committing this crime, I guess. He went so far as to sending unsolicited, like DoorDash orders, different gifts and things like that were not wanted.
You can just hear in his voice, the police spokesperson there, that he thinks this guy's a loser. Just the way he delivers, like, 100%. What a friggin' loser.
That's madness right there. Total madness.
Authorities urge anyone experiencing similar behavior to report it right away, even if it feels minor or hasn't escalated. Anything like this, please report it to us immediately, even though it may appear not to be a big deal, and it's someone who may have a crush on you or whatever it is. Call us so we can take an information report and have this information documented, they said. That investigation remains ongoing. Amazingly, she stabbed in the neck, a whole bunch of times, 14 stabs overall, and she survived.
Ouch.
Tough gal.
That cannot feel good.
No. I've grown to hate this Ronaldo character.
Me too. I never thought I'd hate a Ronaldo.
You guys have never loved somebody so much that you feel the need to stab them?
No, and vice versa. No one's ever felt that way about me.
Well,
I got 72 missed phone calls once, but never got stabbed.
Seriously? Was it a tax collector?
Wow. No.
Somebody you dated?
It was from a girl. I met her on Thursday, and then Saturday morning she called me 72 times overnight on Friday.
Oh, I was going to say, she called you in the morning? I guess maybe she was
I woke up to 72 missed phone calls from her.
That's fun.
Ashley, to answer your question, I do believe there are a few women that I do love that much. I just haven't gotten close enough to them to stab them yet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm working on it.
A photographer at the National Dental Center of Singapore shot over 600 boob photos of 25 patients, compiling those shots in a catalog, sometimes matching the fun bags with faces obtained from a dental database. The 29-year-old was supposed to take photos of their teeth and jaws, but photographed their teats and bras instead. When his colleagues weren't around, he took unauthorized voyeuristic photos of the female patients, the ones that he found attractive. They were described in court documents as top-down images or bottom-up images, capturing the lower part of the victim's chest, especially of women showing cleavage. During the sessions, he would surreptitiously arrange the cameras in prohibited positions and then later transfer the photos to his personal thumb drive, which he would later use to whack off.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this guy.
He would also access dental records to download photos of the victim's faces in order to match them to the voyeuristic shots he took, which he would later use to whack off. In total, prosecutors say he took over 600 photos of 25 victims for, quote, personal sexual gratification. I bet that was a real long investigation there. For voyeurism in Singapore, an offender can be jailed for up to 2 years, fined, or even caned, or a combination of those penalties.
Caned?
That's where they do the caning over there. They'll cane the heck out of you.
Just whack you on the bottom?
Oh, okay.
I was like in the back.
I think they whack you upside
Or maybe wherever.
Right upside the head a few times.
Maybe this guy in the wiener, he probably deserves that.
You think you could handle that gig? You think you could be the cane guy?
It depends on how bad it was, sure.
I could cane people.
Yeah, I think if there's certain things you could do.
I bet this guy would kind of get off on getting whacked in the cane, though, or getting caned in the wiener.
Maybe you're right. The infamous little blue pill that keeps men up and at 'em may improve a different kind of hardness of hearing, it seems. A new study reports Viagra has the potential to reverse a frequently permanent type of inherited hearing loss unless you get dicked in the ear. About 3 in 2,000 people are born with auditory impairments. The good news is popping a Viagra could come with a surprising perk beyond the bedroom. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation highlighted a mutation in a gene called CPD, which results in deafness. Scientists from the University of Chicago, the University of Miami, and several institutions in Turkey found the condition could be targeted by 2 treatments. One is a common supplement, and the other is the popular erectile dysfunction drug. The study authors say they're making efforts to repurpose FDA-approved drugs for treating rare diseases.
So I'm not sure if I followed all that. Taking Viagra can improve your hearing?
Yeah, this particular condition.
Oh, if you have this
this particular mutation, they're noticing that it's helping people hear again.
Well,
that's awesome.
F me running sideways.
In related news, a Utah television station published a piece saying the Utah schools for the deaf and blind need stronger supervision after years of poor management. They said there's some reoccurring financial troubles and weak academic outcomes, all very serious stuff. But then you get to the headline, which reads, Utah schools for the deaf and the blind needs increased oversight. That's on purpose, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The headline writer either loves or hates their job. I mean, they could go, Utah schools for the deaf and blind needs increased oversight. Headline writer clearly fighting every urge to make joke, loses battle anyways. It was The Onion. Utah schools for the deaf and blind to undergo hearing on oversight. They could have done that one. Authorities are searching for a group of suspects after police say they walked away with $175,000 in cash from a Virginia ATM in a rising crime trend nicknamed jackpotting. Jackpotting.
Are these guys the jackpot bandits?
Well, they didn't give them a name.
They didn't? They didn't give them a name with bandit at the end?
Well, it's happening in a lot of places. Maybe that's why.
All right.
This is not just one crew. Jackpotting is a cyber-physical crime in which thieves gain access to an ATM by installing malware or a physical black box device within the system. Criminals then access that machine through a physical connection or remotely to override the security system, causing the ATM to rapidly dispense large amount of cash on demand, which is jackpotting. Joshpotting is when the ATM balance is just a pube's width above zero.
Hackers are able to install a malware or like a virtual black box into some of these ATMs, and then using a USB drive or other electronic devices, they're able to return at a later date and basically what they call jackpot the ATM, like hitting a jackpot on a slot machine.
The crime isn't new. Last year, 6 Venezuelan nationals were indicted in federal court after prosecutors said they drained more than $400,000 from 4 different ATMs in New York.
Whoa.
In Georgia, authorities turned to the public's help as they searched for 2 suspects wanted in connection with a similar scheme which targeted 2 standalone ATMs at gas stations.
Well, of course it's not new. John Connor did it in 1992 before going to the mall and play video games in the arcade.
He jackpotted one of these?
Yeah, he puts a little fake card in the thing. He had a little computer system set up, and he goes, easy money. And then they rode off on their dirt bike to the arcade.
I don't remember that. The Tallahassee, Florida Police Department said it arrested a man after he stole both an ATM and a forklift on Monday.
Fun.
Taking them on a winding joyride through town before trying to outrun officers. In a moment fueled by the same reckless thrill someone might enjoy after riding your mom who let them go ATM, 38-year-old Joshua Hidalgo first targeted the ATM, then apparently delighted by the pure joy of dragging it away with a forklift, continued roaming through the area, taking the forklift for a joyride. I agree with you, Ashley. It does sound fun.
I want to take a forklift for a ride.
I'll show you all there is to know.
Body camera footage captured an officer approaching the rumbling machine, only for Hidalgo to suddenly veer off and race down a nearby street, but cops were able to catch and arrest him.
I haven't done anything. I'm down. All right, I told you to take a seat. God, he's about to take off.
I haven't done anything. As officers searched the surrounding area, they found burglary tools linked to the incident. A police spokesperson said, thanks to the quick action by responding units, the suspect was safely apprehended and no injuries reported.
Yeah, once you drive one of those forklifts, how do they say it, Josh? You catch the bug, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want
to keep going.
You want to keep going. That's how, Ashley, you'll learn that someday.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
In a crime against carnitas, Oregon authorities are hunting for a wayward wheelman who decided that crashing dinner should be taken literally, plowing a vehicle into a Chipotle around 7 p.m. Wednesday in what investigators believe was no accident at all.
Kind of makes you feel bad because, it's like, what does the world come to, People driving their cars into restaurants, like people just working, people trying to get food, it's sad.
He sounds exhausted.
Is he driving?
Yeah.
What's the world coming to, he says?
The motive remains under investigation, but we have information to suggest this was intentional and likely involved known parties, the sheriff's office reported. The suspect hit Guac-Bottom, intentionally crashing their car into the restaurant. The restaurant's facade and windows took the brunt of the automotive outrage, leaving the place shuttered for the night, but thankfully no one was injured. The driver backed their vehicle out from the point of impact and then left the scene, the sheriff's office said. The driver, who was still at large at press time, is suspected of first-degree criminal mischief.
Don't do that to Chipotle.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
There's some restaurants where like, go ahead, but not Chipotle.
I don't know if I've told you this, Dana or Ashley, but I brought it up before. My friend's mom crashed into the side of the Richfield Chipotle, Dana.
Oh, really?
Not the one you're at, the one off of Lindale.
Sure.
On purpose?
No, not at all. They were fighting. Mom and son, she's driving, and she got so pissed, she accidentally slammed on the gas instead of the brake and took out the side of the restaurant.
No.
That's the story I'd tell, too. I would blame somebody else, too, if that were me.
Roadhead in Minnesota will soon get safer, as Twin Cities residents might soon be able to hail a taxi driven by a ghost.
Sweet.
Waymo's fleet of self-driving robot cars rolled onto the streets of Minneapolis yesterday, aiming to gain experience in a new and unfamiliar landscape. The vehicles rely on a dense network of radars and cameras to navigate through traffic without anyone touching the wheel. Despite the empty driver's seat, Waymo swears its phantom chauffeur is the safer option. The company touts that its Waymo driver is involved in 11 times fewer serious injury crashes, 5 times fewer collisions requiring airbag deployment, and 5 times fewer crashes that cause injuries of any kind.
You'd have to get me pretty drunk to get into a cab without a driver.
Yeah, I think I'd be a little nervous.
That would be a lot of fun
if you've
when you're drunk, too.
If you've been in as many Ubers as I've been, you'd take the technology over some of the drivers that you get paired up with. A guy who's texting while having a phone conversation and not paying attention to the roads whatsoever. I'll take the computers.
Didn't you just have to like chase down your Uber the other day?
Yeah, I did.
Still makes me a little nervous, but I suppose I would.
Not going to do it.
I'm sure as it becomes more common. Until now, the San Francisco company's largely kept its robot taxis in warmer cities, yet it's been preparing for winter challenges.
Now, if you're wondering, like I was, how are they going to do that in a Minnesota winter? Well, Waymo says they have been working on technology to handle driving in heavier snow and still remaining driverless.
Waymo said it's already testing its technology in the deep snow of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, hoping to prove its tech can survive the sort of icy indignities which make Midwesterners legendary.
Icy indignities.
Alongside Minneapolis, Waymo plans to roll out other frostbitten frontiers like Detroit and Denver. It might be a while, though, for the rides to be available here for the general public as Waymo navigates state and local regulations to bring its Minnesota fleet online.
I was a little sketched out about this at first, but the more I think about it, the more that sounds awesome. Getting in and not having to talk to anybody, and then like I wouldn't feel bad about adding a stop last minute. Like, hey, actually, I want to stop at McDonald's before I go home. That'd be nice.
There's no driver, Ashley.
Yeah, I know, but you can just like put it into the little app.
Yeah, add a stop.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we'll see about that. You punch in McDonald's, and it takes you to a town called McDonald's, Wyoming, or something.
Doesn't let you out.
Yeah, doors are locked, and you starve to death on your way to Wyoming.
I've heard, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard, I joked about sexual activity in there since you're not driving. I've heard that that's monitored, and then they'll tell you, hey, knock that off. You can't do something like that. A friend of mine lives in California. He said, well, because I joked about it. I'm like, oh, are you going to consummate one of those things? And he said, you can't. They're on to you.
It has a pecker sensor.
Yeah.
Well, I have a friend that would kind of ruin her sex life because she routinely goes home with her Uber driver. Just invites him inside.
Like the same one?
Wow, that is a very bold
Wait, is it like her
choice.
husband, or is this a joke?
No, like she'll...
Any Uber driver?
If she finds him attractive, yeah, she invites him up.
She really wants a good rating on her passenger stats.
I think she probably does have a 5-star rating.
She has a terrible rating.
I expected better out of you. In theaters this week, Brendan Fraser plays an American actor adrift in Tokyo, working for a service that lets you rent relatives in rental family. Also in theaters, if you prefer your family drama with a side of danger and dad jokes, The Family Plan 2 sends Mark Wahlberg overseas for the perfect family vacation, at least until a mysterious figure from his past shows up with unfinished business. Kit Harington, who as Jon Snow gave it to his aunt real good in Game of Thrones, joins Wahlberg and Michelle Monaghan to round out that cast. On HBO Max, the streaming premiere of The Conjuring Last Rites. On Peacock, the streaming premiere of The Bad Guys 2. Finally, over on Netflix, Train Dreams rolls in with an adaptation of an early 20th century tale of a logger and railroad worker whose seemingly simple life turns unexpectedly profound. In this day in music history, 49 years ago today in 1976, the first Rocky movie opened in New York.
Beautiful.
Get well soon to old Chipman Jesus, recovering from open heart surgery yesterday. We want to send our good vibes and love your way, brother. Tim Laser Sheet Metal Jesus and his son Chipman Jesus text in some thoughts and prayers. Congratulations to Volkswagen Jesus getting married today. Happy 18th to Katarina, and happy 41st to Justina Rose from Metal Grinding to Burring Jesus, who reminds us all to keep it real, keep it metal. Happy 27th to Crusty Tube Sock Jesus.
Good Lord.
Who I've been told is sitting in his tree stand doing, quote, the timber tug.
That's one of the worst things.
I'd never heard that.
That's awful.
The timber tug. You got some time off, Dana. Do the timber tug.
Yeah, why not? Treat myself.
Don't be saying crusty tube sock.
Happy early birthday to Medical Device Jesus, who I hope gets his birthday spankings tomorrow. And happy 73rd birthday to Hamlin football legend and the man who sired Dana, Dale Wessel.
Yeah, watch out if you go to Chain Bars in Egan tonight. The Wessels are going to be out.
Oh, I bet I know exactly where they're going to be.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, they're going to be at all the hot spots. That's 93X News.
The Minnesota Vikings interview.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
Touchdown! Vikings win it! On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
When is Thanksgiving? I think it's like the 3rd November of the year or something. Oh, yeah. Lots of dudes are thankful for your mom, Beavis. I mean, a lot of dudes, Beavis. Butthead, come on. I mean, like hundreds of dudes. Shut up, Butthead. They all go around the table and ask what they're thankful for, and they all say Beavis's mom. On the first Thanksgiving, the Indians taught the Pilgrims how to eat maize, and the Pilgrims taught the Indians how to do your mom. Come on, Butthead. And then there was peace throughout the land, because everyone got a piece of your mom.
God. Is it still the same character? I should say, is it still the same guy doing those characters?
Yeah.
Mike Judge.
Yep,
The
Mike Judge.
delivery's different.
I suppose, he's older.
Yeah, he's older
Which,
now.
if you go back and listen to Peter Griffin or
Yeah.
Homer Simpson, they sound a lot different.
Just like a singer, I guess, with age.
Yeah.
It changes a little bit. Randy Shaver. What's going on, brother?
I feel a lot better than Josh Allen does this morning.
Oh, man. No, I was just reading about it. We kind of talked about it earlier. It sounded like he had a really bad night.
He got the snot kicked out of him last night.
That's what I hear.
Well, when you don't have any receivers, they can just blitz you all night long.
Who is his number one guy?
His number one guy would be Dalton Kincaid, but he's out right now, the tight end. And then their other second-round pick that they took last year, he's a second-year guy, Keon Coleman. He's been benched twice in a row for just off-field issues, skipping meetings and stuff. So he's got nobody.
Man.
The number one receiver was who?
Tight end called Dalton Kincaid. He's been out for the last couple of weeks with
The
injuries.
name's Dalton. What movie? 651-989-9393. Our last broadcast today for a smooth week, Randy. What do you think? Could you use some time off?
I definitely could use some time off.
Yeah, sleep in a little bit?
That would help, yes.
Will you miss us? You can always text us.
Of course I'll miss you.
We can trade text messages back and forth if you like.
And we do that once in a while.
Yeah, we do. It's
There's
fun.
a fun text chain going on.
Yes.
Randy Shaver knows how to dump a funny poop meme. Is that or a poop gif?
Yeah,
Which one is
he's
it?
really good at those. The memes, all kinds of good
He's
memes.
got him at the ready. It's incredible.
Poop-related gifs are Randy Shaver's friggin' strong point when it comes to electronic message trading. If you ever become friends with Randy, be prepared. Okay. The correct answer is Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
The name's Dalton.
Roadhouse.
Let's check in with Andrew DePaola, see how the hell he's doing. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Have you seen Roadhouse, the original? I'm going to go with 89, Patrick Swayze, the original Roadhouse.
Of course.
Yeah?
That's a good one,
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you make of it?
It's the best.
Best movie?
I mean, at the time, I thought it was amazing. Then you get a little older, and you're like, not so realistic. You can't really rip a man's throat out, but hey.
What are you talking about?
I love it.
He tore a guy's throat out with his bare hands. Andrew's
legit. I get it.
Yeah, right. Well, thanks for joining us again today there, Depot.
As always, thanks for having me.
Have you seen the remake with Conor McGregor?
No.
I have, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if anybody ever wants to see him mostly naked, that's the movie for you.
Yep.
They show his butt quite a bit in that movie.
Seemed very unnecessary.
I'm with you on that. I never really understood. What's the plot point we're getting at here? Quite often you see that.
You went ahead and watched the remake, huh, Depot?
Yeah, I did. I usually do watch the remake just to see how they messed it up.
Yeah, they usually do, not always.
Not always.
I haven't gotten around to the remake, I guess. I mean,
I don't think you'd like it at all.
I'm sure I wouldn't. The original was so silly, but perfectly silly. Sam Elliott, for God's sake, So there you go in a couple of days, Andrew, off to Wisconsin. Man, caught you at a bad time here. Packing up to go to Wisconsin.
When do you leave?
Tomorrow,
huh?
Now, earlier we were having a conversation about Thanksgiving, naturally, with it coming next week. I can't remember. Do you come from a large family?
Yeah. Yep. I have two brothers and a sister.
And the extended family, lots of cousins and that whole schmear?
Yeah. Yep. My dad's one of four. My mom's one of four. and just cousins on both sides.
What about your wife's side?
She has a brother and a sister, and
we got
her dad is one of 6, and her mom, I think, is just had a sister.
Okay.
But dad's side, ton of cousins.
We got into the conversation earlier of the most amount of people we've ever jammed into one building for a holiday. It doesn't necessarily have to be Thanksgiving, but that's what started the conversation. And we had listeners text in saying, oh, for Pete's sake, 30, 35 people. Some dude claimed 56 people. I don't know what the hell.
Hey, what mansion do you live in?
So what would you say, Andrew, the most amount of live human beings you've ever stuffed into one household or building for a holiday, with knowing that you come from a larger family?
Probably not as many as you. I mean, probably in the 20s.
God dang, that's still That's an amazing number to me.
Yeah, my wife told me 23. That's the most we've done.
What about you, Randy Shaver?
When I was a kid, there was definitely more at our house, though.
I would say we're probably less than 20, but probably in the 15 range.
When we had the
now, when I was growing up, it was different because my mom was one of 9 kids, and so Thanksgiving, when everybody was together, was probably 35 people.
Mm-hmm. Insane to me. Insane.
Yeah.
Ashley was wondering earlier, where does everybody sit when you have a situation like that? And I brought up, at least this was a regular thing in our household, we would bring up the rusty, ice-cold, and usually quite dangerous folding chairs from the basement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The card table.
The card table, I can barely hold the plates up.
Friggin' broken-ass old card table, and a little kid cuts his finger on the folding chair and has to go to the emergency room 3 days later for a tetanus shot. So are you looking at that kind of a crowd this year, Andrew? Big crowd?
No, not that big. No.
Handful of DePaulas, handful of in-laws, that kind of a thing?
For Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have family come out for Thanksgiving.
What is your schedule like next week? Because obviously you got
It's a normal week.
What are normal Thursdays?
The normal Thursdays, we start at like 8:30 and we're done by like 4.
That's almost like a regular job.
Yeah.
Almost like a regular job.
Do they make you weigh in on Friday?
Thursdays.
No, maybe like Friday after Thanksgiving to see how much you ate, if you if you made weight or not.
They shame you.
I think that's why they do it on Thursdays, so they can skip that. Have a bunch of guys over.
I would hate to be the trainer in that room with the scale after all these big eating athletes return after Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Oh, they got to strip down to their boxers, to weigh in, too.
I bet it just reeks in that friggin' room. Here's
Oh, yeah, the sauna's going to get a lot of work that morning.
Oh. But don't fart in the sauna.
That's an unwritten rule.
It's got to be. It really has to be.
Do you guys follow? You got to have some respect for each other. Is there a no farting in the sauna rule?
Yeah,
there
absolutely.
should be. There should be. Mm-hmm. Here's something I was reading, Depot, about a member of the Dallas Cowboys by the name of C.D. Lamb. It says here he and another player on that roster by the name of George Pickens. They missed. They weren't allowed to play in the first series of the Cowboys game against the Raiders the other night. They were being punished, C.D. Lamb and George Pickens, for missing curfew when they were on the road in Las Vegas. What is curfew, generally speaking, for you boys when you're on the road? What time are we talking?
Usually 11.
That's pretty early. Pretty early for grown men. But I understand they want you guys to get your sleep and not be misbehaving, especially on the night before a game. But,
what time do you have to get to the field, like on game day, if you have a noon game?
Noon game, usually like 9:15, 9:30, somewhere around there.
Have you ever missed curfew?
Not yet.
Really? Your whole career, 12, 13 years, you never effed off and missed curfew?
Well, that's a lot of money I'm giving up right there, and I'm not in the business of giving it up for nothing.
What kind of fine are you looking at?
A couple $1,000.
Well,
man.
Still, a couple $1,000 is a couple $1,000.
You must, I mean, that's got to be something where, like, C.D. Lamb knows the rules. He must have been having an awesome night to say, you know what, it's worth the $1,000.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get out of here right now.
Weigh the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's the funny part of the story. C.D. Lamb told, at least he told the media, that he and this George Pickens were at Red Rock Casino having dinner and drinks. You familiar with that one, Randy Shaver?
I am.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very nice.
C.D. Lamb denied that he was throwing up outside the casino, which people mentioned on social media. That's hilarious. He denied. No. Andrew DePaola, have you ever had to deny a vomiting?
Wasn't me.
Let me think. Yeah, I'm going to say yeah. I'm just not had to, but I have.
Was it you're a young kid, came home from drinking, threw up all over your parents' couch or something like that?
No, actually, no. It was like we had a tough workout, and I just puked because of the workout, and then, your buddies will make fun of you for throwing up because you're not conditioned enough or whatever.
Not tough enough.
Yeah, at that point, you got to say you're drunk or something. Yeah, versus throwing up from a workout. That would be embarrassing.
I wasn't in the workout. I was up partying with chicks all night. That's what caused it.
Yeah, I'm high.
I had to deny a vomiting or two as a young person to save embarrassment.
Oh, yeah. Yep, plenty of times.
Where would you vomit that you had to deny it? Like outside? Or on the couch?
One of these deals, Andrew, where, big house party. I had too many. I step outside and puke. And I'm a lucky guy. I've only vomited a handful of times in my life. But when I do, it's louder than hell.
Yeah, same here. I'm a scrometer.
Where you scream?
Yep.
Scrometer.
Yeah.
A scream vomiter.
Yeah, my husband gets scared when I throw up.
So you're kind of like, Nick is a scream sneezer, so you're the equivalent with vomiting.
Yep. It's bad.
I'm a loud vomiter. So it was one of these situations, Andrew, where I step outside the beer party, I yak all over the front step or whatever it might be, and then I come back inside, and my bros are like, who was puking outside? I could hear it from inside the house. I don't know, dude.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't know. Wasn't me. Yeah, I heard it too,
Let me smell your breath.
Definitely some punk.
And then, of course, my mother would sometimes hear me in the basement of the house after a high school drinking type of a thing. My mother would.
I just don't feel good.
No, snoring. No, I don't know. That's funny. The boys missed curfew, but it was in Vegas. It's got to be tough for some of you.
Yeah.
In Vegas for one.
Yeah,
night.
I know the league is a little not. I guess worried isn't the right word, but they keep their eye on the Vegas trips.
Yeah, and for good reason. Speaking of worried. Do you ever get worried about the young guys? You're an older veteran player. Giants rookie running back Cam Scatabo chugged an energy drink out of a cleat to celebrate 10,000 subscribers on Twitch. When I say things like that out loud, Andrew, do you worry about the young fellas on the roster a little bit?
Sometimes you need a translator with all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said.
Hey, this might be too much liquid for my shoe.
Is that the audio of?
Yeah.
He poured an energy drink into one of his dirty football cleats and drank out of it.
The video's painful to watch. He's shirtless. He then starts flexing and then aggressively eats a hard shell taco like he's trying to impress somebody.
I hate him.
This guy's like Gronkowski times 10.
He seems like a guy who's like a junior varsity player trying to impress like the starters, like, hey, look how crazy I am, guys.
Yeah, exactly. He reminds me of this young kid when I worked at the sanitation department for the state fair. There was this young kid that wanted to impress the older high schoolers that we all worked with. And so he drank like some gross trash garbage juice. And it was like nobody, and he came up with it. Nobody wants you to do this.
Yeah, nobody like dared him to do it.
Yeah, it's just weird. Weird energy.
So the Scatabo guy is just the ultimate bro.
Yeah.
I thought people really liked him. I thought he was well liked.
I did until this. This is weird.
Oh, this has changed your thought?
Yeah.
He went to ASU, and I have a buddy who went to ASU as well, and he said, well, he's doing nothing to help the stereotypes of people who went to Arizona State.
True.
Just being meathead drunks.
I would expect that.
We know you got to get going here shortly, Andrew. I just wanted to congratulate you on something. Just a completely... No, it's good. Just a completely random thing here. BroBible.com sat down and just put together a long list of things that rock. Just awesome things. Could be anything. They included things like just the $1.50 hot dog at Costco.
That does rock.
Just anything that rules or rocks, anything that you think is awesome, they put on this list. Military flyovers before ball games.
Definitely.
Ooh, Josh, dudes playing the saxophone on the street. Also making this list of just pure awesomeness is, and I'm not trying to be a smartass here, I know this is how you guys lost last week's ball game. That's not where I'm trying to go with this, but one of the items that made the list is a game-winning field goal. Something that you are a part of as often as you possibly can. Game-winning field goals were mentioned in the same article as monster trucks and transformers and things like that. I thought that was kind of...
Game-winning field goals are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Do you even know how many you've been a part of?
No. No, I don't. And I guess the question becomes actual game winners, where it was overtime or no time on the clock, or we hit the go-ahead field goal or PAT and then time ran out 50 seconds later.
Yeah, I think they mean the walk-off type like you had to face last Sunday. But
you're a very even-keel guy, but do you get a little more nervous knowing that this is it, a game winner? Does that affect you at all? It doesn't? Just another attempt?
I get less nervous because I know there are zero eyes on me at that point. They're all on the kicker. No offense to any kickers that are listening right now, but they're not looking at me. So I'm like, phew, beautiful. Nobody's looking at me.
We're always on this program, at least. We're always happy to share more respect for special teamers. So there you were. Game-winning field goals made the list of awesomeness. Hey, brother, good luck in Green Bay, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving, Andrew DePaola.
Yeah, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, guys. Look forward to talking to you guys, whenever the next time is.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, guys.
See you later. Noon Sunday, Vikings playing the Green Bay Packers. Hey, the Purple Pick'em Challenge is brought to you by Xfinity, your home field advantage. Get all your football all in one place. Purple Pick'em is also brought to you by Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Egan. Today, our Purple Pick'em qualifier is Keow from Brainerd, a 218er.
Kyle.
I know. I was doing the old...
It's a bit that used to happen around you.
Didn't you ever see
I gotcha.
Yeah. We know your name is...
Do you have any idea how nerve-wracking it is to sit on hold this long with no music?
Oh, we don't do the music anymore?
You can't.
Just complete silence, like sitting in a dark room.
So the show's not even playing? There's nothing playing for you?
Nothing. I had to keep checking. I was so paranoid I was going to accidentally hang up or something.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, very sorry. I had no idea. I thought you could hear the show. That's crazy.
No, I would rather listen to sports with Randy Shaver anyways.
We all would.
So waiting on, we did not know that. Sorry, Keow. We did not know.
It's no problem, Nike.
Yeah, it's actually Nick.
Oh, shoot.
We didn't know that waiting on hold was kind of like
purgatory.
Sitting in a prison cell. We thought that you could hear the program.
You're just with your own thoughts.
You see, the problem is I'm at work, so I got boss man looking at me like, what the heck are you doing? And Yeah, just having to check the black screen on the phone. I don't know.
Do you get us on a regular radio up in Brainerd, or are you a podcaster?
I listen to you guys most of the time on iHeartRadio. I do a lot of work down in the Twin Cities, so I'm down there quite often. And any time I'm down there, I listen to 93X and have since I was a teenager.
We appreciate
back
it.
in the 90s.
We appreciate it quite a bit. What do you do in Brainerd? You mentioned the boss is eyeballing you right now. What do you do?
Well, I work in the maintenance and operations department at a dance company, Just for Kicks Dance.
You keep the maintenance up to schneid at a dance company.
Yep, all of our dance studios and other properties. We've got some sister companies that we take care of as well, and I stay pretty busy doing that.
Are you kind of an F-up, or are you a reliable guy?
Well, I'm very reliable.
Okay,
I'm past
good.
my F-up stage by about 15 years here.
You've grown up. Like the rest of us, you've grown up.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of adult dance groups?
Here we go again.
No, so Just for Kicks specializes in kids. So it's all kids stuff.
Oh, you said Just for Kicks. That's cool.
Do the kids ever say, "Hey, thanks for keeping everything running around here, Kiao"?
No, but the smiles on their faces let me know every day.
Ah, cute.
Soft-hearted son of a bitch.
Told you, I'm growing up.
Here's the deal. We need your 2 score predictions first for halftime. What do you think halftime it'll be there on Sunday?
Halftime. Gosh, this is so hard, especially with the Packers kicker missing point after attempts and both teams kind of struggling. I'm thinking, it's going to be 6-7. With
we know what you're doing.
Yeah,
dude.
I know what you're doing. And I'm gonna
for real though. My guess is 6-7. Vikings 6 at half. Packers 7 at half. It just works out that those two numbers kind of suck right now.
Okay. So
I thought that was on purpose, Kyle. I want you to know I was doing the hand motions to support the 6-7.
So was I.
What about is the final going to involve the number 69 or something hilarious like that?
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
You're looking for a safety.
What do you got for a final?
Safety. So I got 6-7. The final. I'm looking at. Oh, what did I come up with? The Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, for Christ's sake, what's the final score going to be, Kiao?
13-20. I want to go 23-20. Packers win it.
All right.
I don't like it, but
no.
You got it.
You're trying to win money, dude.
You got to go with your heart. Hey, man, have a wonderful day up in Brainerd.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day down in the beautiful Twin Cities.
Thanks for making the effort to listen to this program for so long, and we hope to talk to you again, Kiaos.
Yeah, hey, I forgot I was supposed to shout out to Stuck in Brainerd Jesus. He said, "What's up?"
Oh, hey, yeah.
love him.
We're familiar with him.
Yeah, he texts in all the time. Tell him to dial it back.
Yeah, I have. I told him he's kind of starting to look like. It kind of seems like he has a crush on you or something.
Yeah, I think he's a little uppity.
He's listening, right? He's going to call me when I get off the phone and cuss me out for this.
He's a character. See you later, Kiao. Good luck.
Have a good one, guys. Keep it up.
You got it. If Kiao is correct on either of those score predictions, he'll win $1,000.
I hope he is because I love him.
You're in love?
Yep.
If he gets both correct, $100,000 in a trip to that big friggin' ball game we've been talking about. Thank you, Xfinity, and thank you, Dickey's Barbecue Pit. Okay. I'll tell you what. We got every damn thing going on at once. Our Jaw Jack with Marcus Foligno. Randy, are you excited to talk to Marcus?
Of course, always.
Marcus. What movie? 651-989-9390. Our Jaw Jack with Marcus Foligno is also brought to you by Luther Key of Bloomington. Is Marcus there?
Sure is.
How we doing, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Marcus.
To
what's going on? Are you in Pennsylvania already?
We are. We're in beautiful Pittsburgh.
Man.
It's foggy. It's rainy. It's beautiful.
Yeah. You prefer that type of weather?
No. Sleepy Hollow today out here, but that's all right.
How'd you like that 9 o'clock local start the other night?
That was awful.
mean, that sucks for you guys.
For an East Coast team, too. It just doesn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense. No, it was awful. That was tough. That was not gonna lie. After the first period, you're like, wow, I think I'm in the sheets already here. Probably getting my second REM sleep. So it was one of those things where you just gotta. It reminds me of when we kind of played in the bubble and a little bit in the Vegas series, where we just had these late starts and people at Eastern time zone, family like that I think it was like 11:30 start for them or something like that. It's just later games. You get back late, but you're ready to go. You got to suck it up and just play. It's good to get the win.
We sit here and bitch a lot about it as fans because, we want to watch the game, but I watched the first period of the Carolina game, and I looked at the clock, and it's 5 after 10 after the first.
I swear people left after the second period. Like, there was just no one really in the stands. You could see, like, that's not how the our arena goes. Everyone's there, packed, and the third period we came out, and it was like felt like we were down 7-0. Just people were gone. So it was funny, but I don't blame them one bit. I'd be gone too. That's late.
Yeah, we feel for you guys in those situations, but I mean, what's the ideal start time for your? And Ashley, hang on to something. I'm going to talk about Marcus Foligno's body.
Relax. I'm ready.
For your body clock, what's an ideal start time? If you were running the league and said, hey, look, we're playing.
Oh, man. I would just love to play weekends. Everyone would play Saturday, Sunday, and we'd be afternoon, 12 o'clock, around the dot, just playing then. That'd be all I got to do is wake up, have breakfast, go right to the rink, play a game, and then you get the rest of the day to heal up and have a normal dinner, and that'd be I love afternoon games. They're the best.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds perfect. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You can tell he's getting older. He wants the games to be
there.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to say 4:30. That would have been hilarious.
I'd prefer if they started a little earlier.
4:30.
That's perfect. Pittsburgh tonight, Sunday back here to play the Jets, and the night before Thanksgiving you're in Chicago to play the Hawks. So how's your brother doing? He took a slap shot to the wrist, and
yeah, unfortunately he's broke his arm, so he's out for 4 weeks or something. So it's just a clean break, which is I think the best case scenario. But yeah, tough bounce, but he'll be back soon, and it'll be nice to not have to play Chicago with my brother on the other side of it. And I can maybe take out some anger, naturally this time. Not have to think about my poor brother. So it'll be good to play the Hawks without him, but hopefully he's back soon.
You get to pick on somebody else when you play Chicago this time.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
That sucks. I did not know a broken arm was the result. I saw the play, and he was clearly in pain, and the original talk was like maybe a wrist or a hand, but oh, damn, it broke the bone.
Yeah. These guys can shoot it pretty hard now these days.
It's like they practice.
Now, does this all mean, with you being in Illinois Wednesday night, does that mean you're going to be able to get together for Thanksgiving, the two of you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're going over to his house and be able to see the family, the kids, and eat their food for sure. So we'll get that quality time in, and that'll be nice to kind of always get there. It's always nice when you get there like the day before, so you can spend that night with dinner plans and just relax. Like it's just like we're visiting each other. It's always a good time.
Speaking of injuries, we had a conversation yesterday about a couple of bizarre NHL injuries that serve as a warning.
How about these? These are crazy right now.
So, yeah, I'm sure you're aware of it.
I'm worried about going to dinner. I had to stay in my room last night.
It's too dangerous to eat.
Now, you're referencing Jack Hughes from the New Jersey Devils, mangled himself while out for dinner, rested his hand on a glass. The glass pops, carves up his hand. He's out.
Crazy.
And then the kid from Florida, whose name
he's not really good at barbecuing, I guess. You might have thought it was an oven where you just leave the propane on for a while until they get hot, and then you turn it on. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, man.
Something went scary. Obviously, he got a burn or something on his hands, or who knows where, but
he let the propane just pour on full speed.
It's one of those you're like, I don't know, I don't hear it, I don't smell it, and then you light it, boom.
Oh, God.
Oh man, yeah, us hockey players, man, we're getting a bad rep for stuff in the culinary. We gotta let someone else do it for us, I guess.
Someone needs to be cooking for these boys.
Yeah, for sure. But freak accidents. It's insane.
NHL players
heard of it.
being talked about in the culinary world, Josh.
You wouldn't expect it.
I was wondering, obviously, maybe you heard some inside information, because we were wondering what exactly did this kid from Florida do to hurt himself so badly, burn himself at a barbecue, but you don't know the details.
No, you know what? I actually don't know that one. And then I was actually watching ESPN yesterday with the Jack Hughes incident. It sounded like he slipped. Like he slipped and he put his hand on glass or something like that to catch himself, and then he sliced himself. So I don't know where he slipped or what happens, or hopefully no lawsuit, but you never know.
Next off season, is the NHL going to put out a grilling and going out to restaurant safety tip video for you guys to sit through?
We're probably gonna add that video to all the other videos we get to watch before the season starts. That'll be interesting.
Marcus,
that might have to be like a cartoon video or something.
Marcus, have you ever injured yourself in a stupid way that has prevented you from playing?
Oh man, that's a good question. No, the only thing I could think of is like if you're playing, we play soccer before games, so if you roll an ankle or something like that. I think that's happened before, where you step on the ball and it's just a dumb thing because you play soccer with the guys before games and it's got nothing to do with your sport. But I've seen that where guys go down with injuries to sprained ankles and stuff, or some guys have actually twisted their knee playing soccer right before the game starts. So
Jesus.
Nothing no, I have, knock on wood, I haven't done anything that's been oh man, how am I going to explain this to the team? How am I going to bring this up to the medical doctor?
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
I've actually had some stories where some guys, have done something and, they felt their ankle or whatever blew up on them, and they've gone to practice the next day and they really can't skate, and then they ask someone to slap shot it at their ankle so they can go down, and then explain to them that I got hit with a block shot. So that's a true story that's actually happened to a guy I played with before. I won't name names, but
that is shady.
Yeah, you're like, how are we gonna do this? I'm like, just put it in. Just suck it up, put your boot on, and we'll just blast one at you. Hey, what are the guys for? We're just trying to help each other out.
And then the guy goes down and acts like it's a new injury.
He's like, and act like, I just got hit in the foot. I don't think it blew up on me. I can't play next game. And then you're like, oh yeah, then it's a hockey injury. Yeah.
And the real
that is very clever.
Yeah.
And brave.
And the real reason his knee is swell or his ankle is because he was breakdancing over the weekend or something like that.
He fell down the top stairs at Tootsie's coming out of the national bar there. So.
You shady bastard.
A couple times.
Oh man! Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
What started the soccer thing? Because this is a relatively new thing.
I don't know. It had to be the Europeans or something.
Yeah, the European players. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's just how they warm up. I just feel like all those guys, they just, they get a ball, they juggle it. That's just how they get warmed up, and they get their, eyesight, hand eye coordination going, and yeah, it's always fun, but.
It doesn't sound like you're terribly excited to play soccer all the time.
I started doing it, and then I stopped. I haven't done it in a long time, and no injuries right now, knock on wood, because of it.
Well, it's funny because, the young kids, of course, mimic you guys. And every high school or bantam hockey game I go to now, the teams are warming up with a soccer ball in the hallway beforehand.
Oh,
so
wow.
They're all doing it now. They're all doing it.
Yeah.
When I played hockey when I was a kid, we wanted nothing to do with the soccer players. We thought they were SAWFT soft. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a weird. We tried not to be friends with the soccer players. We thought they were sissies.
Yeah.
No offense to the. I'm just saying that was the mindset when I was a kid.
Of course it was.
Yeah. No, times have changed. It's definitely the big warm-up thing in the league.
Hey, we like the mustache.
Yeah,
you can pull it off.
It's a problem. Right now, it's getting a little bit. It's getting to its peak right now for sure.
Does your wife comment on that at all? Does she?
Yeah, she hates it.
Does she?
Oh no. it's just pokey, right? It's just
Yeah.
you
Rug
get
burn.
too close,
Like
you might
where?
get stabbed, My girls too. They're like, oh, geez, like they're like, this is how long you got this on till, and they don't really understand November yet. So it's the guys love it though. That's the thing. It sucks. Everyone's commenting. It makes it sound like I'm the sheriff in town or something. I feel like I could be auditioning for Super Troopers or something. But it's fun.
You can't help but look like a cop when you wear a big mustache.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So are they calling you? Are they calling you the sheriff or the?
Yeah, I think Officer Doofus. Scary movie reference, or
Oh yeah, Officer.
the officer off the movie Scream.
Oh yeah, Dewey.
Yeah.
It's interesting
Dewey,
how
yeah, that's right.
It's interesting how radically a mustache can change your overall appearance.
Yeah, and maybe somebody's perception of you as well.
Yeah.
It almost makes you go into a different character. Makes you think you're someone else. Like your alter ego. I don't know.
No, you're right, because you do look very different out there with this big bushy mustache under your nose.
Yeah.
You do. You look like a throwback player from your dad's era.
I know. We had the retro jerseys on last night, and I was like, "This is perfect. This is." I look like I, was in the Lou Nanny era, said thing. So it's. It was fitting last game with the mustache and the retro jerseys.
You know who you do look like, now that I'm speaking of old-timey guys?
Tom Selleck?
Well, yeah.
That'd be a compliment right there.
You do look a little bit like Tom Selleck, but here's a guy that I'm sure your dad played with that you do sort of resemble with the mustache and same jersey number, Wendell Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big compliment. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Wendell was a mean man, and he was a great player. So, but yeah, he had a great mustache. Yeah, I forgot about that.
If you morphed yourself into Wendell Clark for tonight's game, you'd probably spend a lot of it in the penalty box.
Yeah, that was just. Well, he would have probably 2 goals in about 17 penalty minutes on a normal night. So
that's exactly why I loved him so much. Yeah, that's why I loved him so much. He would beat the living hell out of everyone within arm's reach, and then go get 2 goals and 2 assists. That was Wendell Clark.
Yeah, he was a heck of a player. He was awesome.
But we like the look. We do. Oh,
thank you.
Yeah. So
I would be lying to you if I was counting down the days. I would be lying if I wasn't. But
you're almost there.
It's fun right now. It's good.
You are going to push it all the way through November?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the plan.
Wow.
So you get a little bit of extra. You eat something, and then 20 minutes goes by, and you get another taste of it.
Where have you been?
Yeah, shit, that was pretty good. That tasted good.
The flavor saver, they call it.
Yeah.
Have you attempted to eat soup with your mustache?
Oh yes, we had that a week ago. It wasn't as in my mouth as it is right now, but yep, it was like a strainer almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old Ned Flanders soup strainer.
The old soup strainer, man. Get some potatoes.
That's why I have a lot of respect for the people that actually have like permanent mustaches. Like it's just like wow. There's more maintenance to this thing than you think.
It's the style now.
Yeah.
So I have a 23-year-old daughter and her boyfriend, same age. He grew the mustache, after Top Gun Maverick, and like all the kids did. And we, as a joke, bought him mustache wax for Christmas, and he loves it. It was weird. We thought it'd be kind of a funny joke, but
like a gift.
Now he buys it so he can keep that thing perfect. So you're saying, Marcus, it's like a whole process.
There's all these things out there for your facial hair products and keeping it conditioned, and I'm like, man, this is wild.
Yeah, I've never tried. Have you ever tried something like that, Nick?
Oh yeah, when I grew that big fat beard over the when COVID came to town, and we had to stay away from each other, and we were home all the time, I grew a big, long-ass beard. And I bought some kind of wax or some kind of swill that you rub into the beard, and it smelled so good, I think I got addicted to the stuff.
What was the purpose?
I was rolling it and smoking it. What was the purpose?
Yeah.
It would kind of tame the beard, so I wouldn't have the hairs
stragglies.
Yep, it would tame the beard, and it just made it smell so.
It had never used anything like that.
It had this lemony scent that I swear I was a junkie. I could not wait to. It made your face about 5 pounds heavier than it should have been. But Good luck with the stash all the way through November, Marcus, and good luck
Thank you.
for the next couple of weeks, and have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you guys too. Happy Thanksgiving.
We always have a blast talking to you, Marcus Foligno. Take care, buddy. We got to take a break. Randy, you go ahead and have yourself a wonderful Thanksgiving. We won't speak next week.
Yep.
We
will chat on that Monday.
Say hi to the whole family.
I will. You guys have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Randy.
Thanks, brah.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
They're Ultimate Rewatch podcast. We're in the midst of season 7, and
hold on. Obviously, we had a very successful television show for 10 years that was Superman based.
But we had to make everyone believe that you were Clark.
I got to be honest. I was surprised at the end of this episode that I wasn't.
I was too.
Talkville, the Smallville Rewatch podcast.
I'm not sure I knew when I was filming it that I was not me.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
93X, the home of the half-assed morning show.
I don't know about these boys, Josh.
Are they too handsome?
Welcome back to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show, everyone. We're preparing to chat with a couple of fellers from Wildflower Cannabis Company, right? And the first thing they did when they walked into the studio is offer us a bucket of brownies with a question mark on the lid.
I love that. I love the question mark.
I don't know about these boys. Welcome to the show, Tom and JD from Wildflower Cannabis Company in Minneapolis. What's going on?
Hey, thanks for having us.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Did you guys bake these brownies yourself?
There's a question mark on that for a reason. There's a lot of questions to be answered.
Make sure you
takes
get
about
right up to
45
the
minutes to find out.
Yeah.
You got to get right up on that thing.
Yeah, basically kiss it.
You didn't eat a brownie already, did you, Ashley?
No, I cannot partake because of breastfeeding.
Oh, my God.
I know plenty of people out there do it, but I'm a nervous Nelly, so.
She's a brand new mother over there, Ashley is, yeah.
I could definitely use a couple brownies, that's for sure.
Is it me? Is it me that's got you stressed out? Or
No, never.
I told my coworkers here earlier, and Tom and JD, I was telling you, my mother-in-law loves this stuff, right? And ever since I've known her, she's super open about it, and used to joke about it and everything. And this is the first time she's going to tune in. I told her you were coming in. She set her alarm to make sure she got to hear you guys talk about it.
Well, we're happy to have you with us.
Yeah. I'll be a good son-in-law for once.
We appreciate you guys coming in. We're going to kind of treat this like a learning experience because we're very confused by what's legal and what's not when it comes to, as my dad would put it, left-handed cigarettes here in the state of Minnesota. I'm guessing the both of you are well-versed on this.
Because we think we know sometimes, and then we're told that we don't know. And and then there's like a new federal ban or something that makes it even more confusing. So we were hoping you guys could kind of help us out with this.
Yeah, it's changing pretty fast.
Changes quite frequently. Well, first off, how long you guys been in business with Wildflower, and how's it going?
We've been in business for a little over 2 years. I've got a store in the North Loop. Tom's got one in Northeast. And it's going better now that we have full recreational products.
Yeah, we started as hemp CBD when that was legalized through the Farm Bill in 2018.
Okay. And so, like, what is what you're saying now? What's the difference?
So we've been surviving and cutting our teeth on the federally legal hemp products. So low-dose THC, the same edibles and beverages that you can find at, well, I've seen them at Lund's, and now Target was in the news for picking them up.
Isn't that crazy?
They're everywhere.
It's at Lund's and Target.
It's crazy, and it wasn't great for us knowing that people could just go there and grab it.
Okay.
But so the difference now is what everyone's been asking for is flower. So the actual smokable high dose cannabis. And
So like what you'd put in a joint or a bong or something?
yeah, you got it.
Okay. And that has not been legal.
It's been legal to possess and to grow at home, but sales have only opened up recently.
Why is it so confusing? I mean, it's just like legalize it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a science experiment here. It's so confusing.
Yeah, crap or get off the pot.
So I'm guessing both of you get a lot of questions when people walk into the shop, a lot of questions, and you have to be prepared to answer them.
I mean, like, for example, so I was telling you guys, I've never tried any drug whatsoever, right? I wouldn't even know where to start. People have said, oh, you don't want to do edibles. That's going to, freak you out or whatever. But then other people are saying, well, you can get some stuff that's so low dose. That's exactly what you want to do. Where does someone start?
We recommend people start with about 2.5 milligrams. So most gummies, you're biting those in half.
And you're talking like the real deal THC gummies, right? Not the CBD Delta 8.
Well, so Delta 8 and Delta 10, HHC, and some of those are not allowed in Minnesota. Minnesota outlawed anything synthetic, and so it's Delta 9. Delta 9 is THC. It's just where it's coming from. So the hemp edibles, those are real THC. They're Delta 9. Delta 9 is THC, but they're low dose, right? And they don't have all the other things that come from the marijuana plant that people like, right? So
Okay.
it's isolated. It's just pure THC. So if you're just starting out, to answer that question, the hemp edibles are just fine if you've never tried something, right?
What about the seltzers?
Seltzers are the drinks are great. They were pioneered here in Minnesota by, companies like Crested River and others, and a lot of the microbreweries came on board, Surly and Sociable Ciderworks and a lot of them. So Minnesota actually pioneered all of the THC drinks that are now going nationwide.
Okay.
So these Voyager, I looked at the bag of delicious gummies you guys brought us. So these Voyager edibles that they say they're cannabis infused here, these are just straight up THC.
So those ones are the high dose that you can now sell at a dispensary.
Okay.
We haven't been able to for a full year. So those are the ones maybe don't start with. They're great, or bite them in half, right? So
Hey, Josh, I got a piece of candy for you.
yeah.
Bad news, man.
Trying to knock me out for the day?
How did you gentlemen, we're talking with Tom and JD from Wildflower Cannabis Company here in Minneapolis. Did you have to go to school to learn? Did you study? How do you know all of this? It is, like Josh said, it is like a science experiment.
Yeah.
Is there a college course?
There actually are. There are courses all over the country. We took one through St. Cloud State.
Yeah.
Is it St. Paul College? Or
Yeah, St. Paul College.
Okay.
And it was they offer a few different courses. They're full-on cannabis, full-on college courses. So
you need it.
It's structured, and a lot of our staff have gone through this. We reimburse any of them who complete the course. We did it ourselves, and so it was a retail cannabis course, and there's a lot to learn in there.
I would think so. I mean, I've got more questions about that in a second. But so this person texted in, Ricky, says, a simple question. Can we go to a store and buy flower? Yes or no?
You can come to Wildflower Cannabis Company in 326 Central Avenue Southeast today between the hours of 12 and 8. And buy
you can buy flower.
That is so exciting. When I was younger in high school and smoking weed like crazy, I never thought I'd see the day that this finally happened. This is awesome.
You're very excited.
Yeah.
Are either of you on drugs right now, Tom and JD?
No.
You're not? Okay. Do you guys? We got a couple of cups for both of you. If you don't so I've also been told like different strains. I forgot. There's like two of them that everyone talks about. Something Aka and something else.
Yeah. So there's two common there's more than two, but indica and sativa are what you're gonna hear.
Oh yeah.
Or some sort of hybrid, right? Indica is going to be more related to relaxation, so if you're wanting to wind down, watch a movie, chill for the evening, something to help sleep, it's going to be more like an indica strain. if you are looking for something like, hey, I got to go mow the lawn, I got to do stuff.
Yeah.
But I still want to be high, and functional, then it's a sativa strain. And then there's hybrids, which are, part, it's a mix of the two, right?
It's the best.
Yeah.
That hybrid you're saying is the
best?
best?
That's the way I like to go.
What if it's like, you go out to the bars because you want to get drunk? Which is the one you want then? The second one you said there?
Probably a hybrid.
You talking about mixing it with alcohol?
No, like you want that same type of feeling, but you're instead of drinking, you're doing marijuana.
Right.
Having a
Disclaimer, we at Wildflower Cannabis do not recommend mixing alcohol with.
Oh, yeah, probably bad.
Well, you're adults, so.
Probably very bad.
The names indica and sativa, though, to be clear, they can be a little misleading. They're kind of comfortable terms that people have gotten to know and are familiar with, but there are terpenes and cannabinoids that all of our educated staff at Wildflower can tell you about when you come in. But it's not just this one will make you relax, this one will wake you up. It's not that clear cut. There's a little more to it.
All right, it's good to know. Can you tell us each personal story about when you got way too high? However it happened, smoking or the gummies or whatever. Tell us each a story about when you got way too high. Tom and JD. You want to start, Tom?
Yeah, so this was my first time, friend of mine, so this is in high school. Senior year, first time ever smoking. I party at his house. His name's Chris, and he's like, here, have this. And I'm like, okay. Super high. Never been high before. Ended up passing out at his house. Wake up, and he's like, Tom, time to go to school. It's like 7 o'clock. I'm like, I hadn't showered, hadn't brushed my teeth, hadn't changed, wearing the same stuff, and I go to school. Like, it was the worst day. I'm like, oh my God, people can smell me. I'm dirty. I'm gross. Yeah.
You smoked a joint or a bong? Or?
Oh, it was multiple, bowls. So, bong hits. So it was like, it was more than I could handle.
Man. What about JD?
Mom's Garage, 1997, something around there. I'm with my friend, high school friend, J-Rock. Shout out to J-Rock.
J-Rock.
We smoked, I think we smoked a joint, and we went and walked somewhere. I still had my school bag on. And I remember saying to him, man, I'm so high, I feel like if I took my backpack off, I'd fly away. and I'll never forget, J-Rock goes, do it.
Let's see what happens.
It's been floating ever since.
Awesome.
So here's a person that says they get their edibles from California, about 100 milligrams a piece. And they said for them to get high, they need to take 2 or maybe 3.
Whoa.
What do you have that could help this person out, basically, they're asking?
Yeah, you can build up a tolerance over time, especially with the edibles. Minnesota doesn't allow that high of doses, so you can get in an edible, it's 10 milligrams per edible and 100 milligrams per bag. So it's hard to find, and that's even in the recreational dispensaries, right? So it's hard to find that level of dosing in an edible in Minnesota.
We have a few listeners texting in. We got to take a break here in a couple minutes, but we still got some time with Tom and JD from Wildflower Cannabis Company. A couple listeners texting in about the price. They have a friend in Michigan, and it's much cheaper there. Will the prices go down in Minnesota eventually? What do you know about that?
Yeah, I'm glad you bring that up. The prices are, slightly higher than maybe some people are comfortable with. Definitely, if you've got some sort of, hookup on the illicit market, you're going to find it cheaper. But historically, every market that's gone legal, the prices have come down within, what would you say, Tom, 1 to 3 years?
Yeah.
So, hang in there, folks. They'll come down. You're going to spend a lot of money on gas if you're driving to Michigan. So
that's true.
Yeah, and the other part is just that there's very limited supply still, right? So it's just normal economics, right? So as soon as more cultivators are online and producing, the price will come down naturally. Michigan's a hard example to compare to because they are oversaturated. they're priced below the average in the nation. So I don't know that we'll ever be as low as Michigan, but it'll come down.
A few people are saying the product in Michigan sucks. We're getting quite a few people. I don't know if you're comfortable commenting. Is it different that you're aware of? I mean, we're getting text upon text saying the Michigan stuff isn't any good.
Yeah, I don't want to disparage anyone's product, but yeah, it's don't go there.
It's different. Yeah, simply don't go there.
Right.
Where did you go, Ashley? Where did you drive just to buy marijuana?
Michigan.
Oh,
yeah.
It
wasn't bad.
I thought it was Washington.
I flew to Washington, but the sole purpose wasn't for marijuana.
Okay. All right.
I bet secondary purpose.
Yeah.
It seemed
I always think about that when I'm planning a vacation.
Well, it's funny because anybody that would go to Colorado for a while, they'd have somebody ask them, hey, can you bring me back some gummies? And
Yep.
I'd imagine the people in Colorado aren't so excited anymore now that you can do it here because that was such a common thing. I remember a guy I know, I had no idea he was into that kind of thing, and his daughter was going to Colorado, and he couldn't wait for her to get back, not to see her, but because she was bringing him gummies. He was so excited about it. I know we got to take a break here in a second, but we are getting...
We got a couple minutes.
Oh, we do? Okay, good. I'm worried this is going to be a long question, but or answer.
Whatever. It's our F-off day.
The federal ban. People are texting and saying they're confused. Now, how is that going to change what's going on right now?
Well, it won't affect fully recreational dispensaries like ours at the state level. What they're imposing is they want to limit the amount of THC in hemp products, and that will negatively affect a lot of really good, hardworking business people here in Minnesota and around the country who make products that are helping people with pain management, sleep, different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a year before the ban goes into effect, and it's basically lowering the allowed amount of THC from, essentially 5 milligrams, on average for, like an edible, to 0.4 milligrams, right? So your average drink here in Minnesota has 5 milligrams in it. 0.4 milligrams in anything that you consume is going to be, it's equivalent to nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was their goal, to essentially make it so it's THC free. So
okay,
so what is going to happen is it's pretty much going to devastate the hemp industry. It's also going to put bans on things like shipping, so you can't buy your edibles, your hemp derived edibles that you might like from Colorado or wherever and have it shipped to your home. Can't do that anymore. So the only way hemp companies and things like that are going to survive is either they transition to full adult recreational use, which is different licensing, different process, or they operate under the low dose, like Minnesota has a low dose license, but you can only operate within the state, right? So some of these, especially some of the drink manufacturers that have been shipping out of state now and have grown through that, they can't do that anymore.
Okay. Lots to keep up with.
It kind of seems like the gist is somebody really doesn't want it legal, so they're making it as impossible to figure out as possible.
Yeah.
By the way, did you ever tell us what's in those brownies that you brought for us?
It's a question mark.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
That's a little bit of everything.
It's the scariest friggin' surprise.
How many did you eat?
None yet.
He is a sweets guy.
I do. Oh, God. I could be in real trouble.
The Half-Ass Morning Show. 93X.
1, 2 on the
there
mic.
we are.
We've been having a good time here this morning talking with Tom and JD.
Oh, no.
That mic sucks so bad.
I'm so sorry.
We probably should have warned you about that, but it's kind of funny that we didn't. The mic just came completely off the stand.
It's like we pulled a prank on him or something, gave him the old trick mic.
Yeah.
We're all right now. Tom and JD from Wildflower Cannabis Company right here in Minneapolis. They got a couple of spots. And we've been learning a lot, talking back and forth with the boys. Some questions have come in from our listening audience. Thanks again, Tom and JD.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it.
Here's a listener who wants to know if they want to come into your store and buy something. Is there a legal age to enter the building?
You have to be 21, and all dispensaries are going to check your ID and check you into the system. And then there is a limit to how much you can purchase on a daily basis.
Oh, did not know that.
So
interesting. You don't want anyone going too crazy all at once.
No, but I mean it's going to be hard to consume as much as you can buy in a day.
All right, 21 to walk into the joint. One listener wants to know if either of you has ever been high with someone famous.
Oh, good
It's an interesting question.
No, but it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Who would you get high with, a famous person, if you had the choice, Tom?
Oh, man.
You mentioned someone off air that was very interesting.
Tara Reid?
Other than Tara Reid. Tom saw the autographed picture of Tara Reid, and we bonded over the fact that we were both in love with her at one point in our lives. Well, you mentioned Mick Foley off air.
Yeah. He, a friend of mine, he's on Cameo, and on my 50th birthday a couple months ago, I get a little video of Mick Foley wishing me happy birthday from Cameo.
That's cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
You ever been high with someone famous, JD?
You know, I went to the Up in Smoke tour 20 years ago in Denver, and Snoop came out on stage hundreds of yards away from me. And he said, this was when, if you remember, Snoop quit smoking for a while.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Headlines, and he says, yeah, y'all heard I quit smoking weed? For about 5 minutes, and he sparked up. And I said to my friend, I was like, grab the joint. And so we sparked up, and so in a sense, we smoked with Snoop.
Yeah.
That counts.
That
I'm
definitely
sure
counts.
he'd like the story told exactly like
It's
that.
a shared experience.
Everyone was smoking together.
Yeah.
There's an endless amount of questions about the products that you sell. So if you don't mind, just feature some of the things that folks can get at Wildflower. If you don't mind mentioning, people are just curious about all the products that you sell.
So we've had edibles and beverages for over 2 years now, and just 2 weeks ago we got flour into the store, which is what we've got. We get calls and people coming in asking for flour.
Mm-hmm.
We are adding pre-rolls to that list in the next week, I think. And as the industry matures here, you'll start to see we should have vapes, carts, and eventually you'll see concentrates and things like that. It'll be a full market like you're used to seeing in other states.
Okay, yeah, because we were getting tax on vapes, whether or not you had that.
Yeah, I think we're just a few weeks out from having those in the store.
So we're asking a lot of questions, and I hope it's not annoying, and I hope it's not annoying to listeners. It is kind of confusing to us. Is that common when people are coming in, or do you just pretty much get experts walking in there?
We get the whole variety. You know, we get boomers that are being like, hey, I've been waiting 30 years for this. I haven't, my dealer is, I lost contact. I don't know who to get it from.
Yeah, the older you get, the more your drug dealers disappear.
Yeah, and, it's like...
Ain't that a damn shame?
It
your
is.
dad asking you, hey, can you hook me up? Like,
how dare you get a real job?
Right. So we get that. There's a lot of soccer moms, or a lot of people that like, hey, I don't want to drink as much, and they really like the beverages. That has been super popular. All the way to the avid user, the person that they grow their own. They're an expert. They have the best strain, but you know what? They have a strain. And so the thing about marijuana and weed is all the plants are different, right? So you get different effects. You get a different high. You get a different feeling. And so even those the people that grow themselves, they're coming in the store and say, I want to try this one. I want to try that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the stigma around use of THC is dramatically lower than it was, even 4 or 5 years ago.
Sure seems that way. I mean, more and more people are open about it.
Yeah. I mean, you go to restaurants and THC drinks are on the menu.
Yeah. We were joking about this off air. Like, at first you were mentioning people kind of come in and are looking around like, where are the cops? Are they going to get me like a Dateline episode or something like that? But now it's totally cool.
A Dateline. You guys, I'm sure you've heard this before, and this is just silliness, but I think it's true. You don't look the part. You don't look like
whatever somebody's stereotype would be. Yeah,
the stereotype of the cannabis guys. You don't look the wait.
Oh, now you do. He's got weed socks on.
Oh yeah, you got weed socks. Well, you hide it.
JD's got marijuana socks on.
That's awesome, dude.
This has been fun and informative, and we appreciate your time, JD and Tom
Yeah,
from
you guys
Wildflower.
are great teachers.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun.
We hope to run into you again sometime. Have a great Thanksgiving to both of you.
And can you say again where you guys are located? And maybe a website or whatever you got?
Yeah, whatever.
You can find us at wildflower.cc, like Cannabis Company. We've got a location in Northeast, 326 Central Ave, and in North Loop on North 2nd Street.
Oh, that's how they've become familiar with a friend of ours, North Loop.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
We were. There's somebody in the building's like, oh my God, they're coming in. That's my dispensary of
Yeah,
choice.
we know a dude who lives in the North Loop, and when he found out you guys were coming in, it was like he wanted to come in and get autographs or something.
Yeah, he was excited.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, thanks again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you to Claims Juice Jesus. He's streaming from Reykjavik, Iceland today.
Dude.
Cool.
Happy birthday on the 25th to county worker Jenna Jesus. Happy birthday to Uncle Noodle Jesus, turning 46 Saturday. And then Heidi with a birthday Tuesday from P-Man. Shout out to Ginger Librarian Jesus. She's going in for some surgery today. Thank you to Fire Sprinkler Jesus for texting in to let us know. You got this. Happy 17th to Sophia Walla Walla at Forest Lake High School from your biker mama, Jesus. California Transplant Jesus texts the Luther Bloomington Kid text line with a shout-out to his smoking hot fiance who's 1,000 days sober on Sunday. Congrats to you.
1,000.
Happy 56 to Slap Nuts Jesus from Hot Oven Lovin' Jesus. Happy birthday to Zumi Jesus. And to everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back in a little over a week, and have a great Thanksgiving.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November, and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.